Welcome to Seattle, Washington. I'm Bill White along with the Scooter Phil Rizzuto. And Scooter, the Yankees have lost their last 4 road games. They're now 29-32 on the road, and they've got to turn that around.
Well, they certainly do. But again, tonight, at least the start of the game, they're going to be without Henderson and Randolph again. And I think that is really the sore point of the whole situation. Of course, without Ricky, and I heard Ricky interviewed, and he was, he did a great job, and he said that he would love to play, but he can't come back now, and nobody knows how he feels except himself. He says if he puts out 100%, it's going to pull it again, the hamstring.
Think he might come back and give 70%?
He said no. He says he don't think he'll help the club that way.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Willie Randolph is not playing because his knee is sore. Lupinella said that there is some soreness behind, and obviously playing on this artificial surface, they want to rest Randolph again tonight. And we'll be back with more right after this. Participating advertisers in New York Yankee baseball are Toyota, who offers a full line of 1987 cars and trucks. Who could ask for anything more? Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. Burger King, where you get juicy flame-broiled burgers, the best food for fast time. Pepsi-Cola, makers of Diet Pepsi, Slice, Mountain Dew, and Pepsi Free. Canon, the official camera of the New York Yankees, and by the New York Yankees. Well, Bill White back here again with the Scooter Phil Rizzuto from the Kingdome, and Scooter, Rick Roden going here tonight for the Yankees, and he's got to be the stopper.
He's got to be. We talked before, there's only 44 more games left, and the Yankees are trailing the Blue Jays going into tonight's action by 3 games, and Detroit by 2.5. And they got to jump over both those clubs, and they're both red hot right now.
Well, they've got a lot of games to play with the Blue Jays, so that's a plus.
That is a plus. They do have a lot, but unfortunately, they don't play Detroit anymore. And it's going to come down to the wire, but as we said before, this is the road trip where the Yankees have to almost sweep all of the games, at least take 75% of the games on this road trip.
Well, that's a tough order because they always have a tough time here. And I think really the California Angels coming on, and Oakland, who went up to Minnesota just, I think, a game back, and they lost 4 straight. They've got to worry about them also.
Well, they do. They're 2 tough teams now, and they just seem about ready for the stretch run, too. And I think the Yankees are going to have to get their act together. It's not something you can turn on when you want to turn it on. It's got to be something consistent.
Well, as you mentioned, they need Randolph back every day, and they also need Ricky Henderson. Let's look at the Yankee lineup now without Randolph and Henderson. And leading off for the Yankees will be Bobby Meacham. Meacham will be leading off. Batting second will be Don Mattingly. Dave Winfield will hit third. Ron Kittle in the lineup as the designated hitter, batting fourth. Batting fifth, Gary Ward. Mike Pagliulo will bat sixth. Dan Pasqua seventh. Rick Cerrone will bat eighth. And Wayne Tollison, back in the starting lineup, will bat ninth. For the Mariners, the home team, Mickey Brantley will lead off. He'll be followed by Phil Bradley. Batting third, Alvin Davis. Ken Phelps will be the designated hitter. He'll bat fourth. Jim Presley will bat fifth. Mike Kingery sixth. Dave Valley seventh. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Ray Quinones. And batting ninth, Harold Reynolds. And for the Seattle Mariners, looking at the youngster on the mound, Scooter, Dennis Powell making his first start here in 1987 for the Mariners. They got him from the Dodgers.
All right, and Bobby Meacham leading off takes a strike.
Umpiring tonight, Dale Ford's behind the plate. Derwin Merrill at first base, Rick Reed at second, and John Hirschbeck over at third. We also have a lineup change we'll give as we go along.
Slice foul, 0-2.
Bobby Meacham is playing shortstop instead of second base. At the last minute, the Yankees made a change. Meacham's playing short. He had been scheduled to play second, and Juan Bonilla will play second base. So scratch Tollison from the ninth slot and put in Bonilla.
Okay, and that's outside, ball 1. This kid throws hard. 6'3".
They got him from Matt Young, that hard-throwing left-hander the Mariners had, who always had back problems.
Uh-huh. And hit deep to left field. Way back, and Bobby Meacham, holy cow, a home run. And I mean, he was not breaking into his home run. He's not used to hitting homers. He was almost down to second when that ball went in the seats.
And, well, fans, you know what happens every time a Yankee hits a home run. Hey, Bobby Meacham, this Bud's for you. Meacham's third home run of the year, his 8th run batted in, and he gives the Yankees something to high-five about.
Unbelievable.
Wasn't it here that Meacham ran, or was he
No.
at first base, and the guy ran by him?
No, he ran by, it was in Texas. Remember in Texas?
Okay.
Yeah, he hit his first, what would have been his first major league home run, and ran by the runner who was at first base, because nobody believed it was going in the seats. All right, Don Mattingly is the batter. By the way, Meacham was up there batting .234, and Mattingly batting .329. And the count 0-2 quickly, just as it was on Meacham. And we got a final. The Tigers beat Minnesota 11-2. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
They bought Powell from Calgary, their farm team. The Mariners did.
In the alley in left center field. Nobody's going to get that. Whoop. No, they didn't. And Mattingly stops at second base. Great try by Mickey Brantley. That ball was tailing away from him, Bill.
Brantley evidently playing Mattingly the pull just a bit too much. Couldn't get to that ball. It stayed up a long time. Balls hit here, and that's why so many balls go out.
Right.
They seem to stay up quite a bit. Here's Mattingly slicing the ball in the left center field. Didn't get his body into it. And here's Brantley on the other end. Just couldn't get to it. Fortunately for him, he did stop it, or Mattingly might have had a triple.
That's right. All right, here's Dave Winfield. So Mattingly brings his average up over 330 now with that double. And by the way, the double was his 30th of the year. He's always up there amongst the league leaders in doubles. Winfield batting .278. Takes a curve over strike call. How's he stand, Mike, in doubles?
He is now 4th, actually 5th. Boggs and Evans have hit 32. This is up until yesterday.
High, 1-1. That Evans, what a year he's having. Of course, Boggs every year.
And Tabler also hit 32. With Cleveland, Ruben Sierra with Texas at 31. Mattingly's 30th. He runs ahead of Alvin Davis of the Mariners here with 30.
All right. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's like he took a little off that pitch to Winfield. Winfield out front, and the ball is down and away.
Yeah.
He swings through it.
We were watching in batting practice. Winfield hit some tremendous home runs, but they were all fastballs, and stopped throwing that off-speed pitch. That ball was almost in the dirt. Dave went after it. Winfield has 17 doubles, a triple, 22 homers, and 81 runs batted in. Yanks lead 1-0 in the top of the first.
Well, before the All-Star break, you would have to consider Winfield the leading contender for the MVP. But that George Bell has really come on with the Blue Jays.
Whoa! You know, Dave almost fell right into that pitch, Bill.
Well, I think he went down after the ball got by him. Here it is again. He's going into the ball, and then backs up and gets out of the way. You know, he's so big, 6'7", 6'8". When he starts to move, everything's got to go.
And he takes a little long getting that body out of the way. It's 2-2. At second, Don Mattingly. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Meacham opened the game with a homer. Mattingly doubled. Outside, 3-2.
Talking about Dennis Powell, we mentioned this is his first start. He's made 7 previous relief appearances. Had pitched 6 in the 3rd innings, given up. He'd walked 5, struck out 3.
Rip foul just outside of third. Down the Yankee bullpen down the left field line. The Kingdome in the great Northwest. I tell you, this is beautiful country. Oh! Foul way back in the upper deck. Kid throws hard, but evidently he's not fooling anybody, White.
Well, the ball must not be moving for him. No matter how hard you throw, if you're throwing to a major league hitter, it better move just a little bit. You just can't throw hard and straight.
Still 3-2 on Winfield.
Why Matt Young was so tough. That's the kid. We mentioned the Mariners traded Matt Young to the Dodgers for Dennis Powell. His ball ran all over the place.
And that's popped up. And Alvin Davis at first base. Mattingly's tag, and Davis makes the catch, but Mattingly doesn't go. And that's the first out. Here Mattingly trying to bluff going to third. Yeah, that was a big out. Winfield did not advance Mattingly. And now Ron Kittle. Kittle, who had been on the DL with a bad neck, is batting .306. Came back and played in New York the last couple of days. 5 doubles, 8 homers, 23 runs batted in. Mattingly leading away. And foul back out of play, strike one. Breaking pitch, catches the inside corner. 0-2.
Well, you hope that Kittle hasn't forgotten the stroke that he had learned from Piniella.
Got under it. Towering pop-up to shallow center. Look at a long run for Brantley. Ooh. I tell you, Quinones gave up on that too soon, Bill. He was playing deep, and he really had to come in, Mr. Brantley.
Well, Brantley might have yelled at him, and we don't have that big crowd here that you usually have in most of the other parks. I think the Mariner fans have given up on this club already. We talked to several of them today, and they still have a shot at it.
They have a shot.
They seem to think that they can't win it.
They lost that 4 in a row to the Twins just before coming home. Here's Gary Ward. Ball one. Ward hitting .248. 17 doubles, 14 homers, 70 runs batted in. Ward, who had really been red hot and getting those clutch base hits, had a tough at-bat in Sunday's ball game, the tough game that Ron Guidry lost. Guidry's really been a hard-luck pitcher, Bill.
Oh, my goodness.
Pitching beautiful. Boy, they just can't score runs for him. That's a foul. Anyway, with the bases loaded and 1 out, Ward struck out in the 8th inning, the bottom of the 8th. And then Mattingly lined to left, and that was the Yankees' chance. They lost the game 1-0. And there's line. Great! Perfect time play by Harold Reynolds. Beautiful play. The Yankees pick up a run on 2 hits and leave a man. In the middle of the first inning, the Yankees won, and the Mariners coming to bat.
Well, defensively for the Yankees in the bottom of the first, Don Mattingly's at first base. Juan Bonilla is playing second. Bobby Meacham at short, and then Mike Pagliarulo at third. Dan Pospa playing left field. Gary Ward in center. Dave Winfield out in right. Rick Cerrone behind the plate. And on the mound for the Yankees, right-handed sinker baller Rick Rhoden, who's won 14 games and lost 8 so far this year. Rhoden's making his 25th start. He has 4 complete games and his ERA 3.77. And he's making his 3rd start this year against the Seattle Mariners. And he's won a game and lost none. So he has a perfect 1-0 record against his ball club. The Yankees, Scooter, little things like that the first inning. You know, you could steal another run. They did not do it, and that's what has hurt the ball club the last few weeks.
No doubt about it. You got to take advantage of the opportunities, and too many missed advantages, and you're going to find yourself watching the series and the playoffs on TV.
We're listening to it on radio.
That's right. We're listening to it on radio. Listen to Bill White and Jack Buck. Here's Mickey Brantley leading off the center fielder. Brantley hitting .273, and the pitch is high, ball 1. Brantley with 11 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, and 24 runs batted in. 2 balls, no strikes.
Did you read where the umpire said they're going to raise the strike zone a little higher? Start calling.
No, no kidding.
I read a little squib about that.
Is that the American League umpire?
The American League umpires. Well, they've got that inside protector now, and I think the strike zone's lowered a little bit. And I read a squib that one of the umpires said they're going to raise it a little bit, or attempt to.
Pitchers are like that. Hitters won't like it. 3-0 the count. And there's the strike, 3-1. It seems strange they come to that conclusion all of a sudden.
What? That they're... No, that was just a squib. I don't think it's going to be in general. I don't know. But obviously the strike zone has been lowered since they've worn the inside protector. Now watch him get down behind the...
Yep. Strike 2, 3, and look at Bradley very unhappy. He didn't follow that ball all the way in. It did tail in to him, but that was after it had gone by the plate. Watch this. Now it's starting to move. Bounced high. He's going to have to hurry. Meacham fires, and they got him. Holy cow. And again, Brantley's upset. I tell you, he went down that line, and I didn't think Meacham was going to get him.
Well, he really had to fire the ball there. He had to come overhand, too, Phil. He couldn't afford to just flip that ball underhanded, as he's been doing from short. And we know he has a strong arm. We just wonder where the ball's going to go. But he threw a strike to Mattingly, and it was down low enough that allowed Mattingly to get a nice stretch in.
All right, so that's a big out. Keep him off the bases. Here's Phil Bradley. Bradley batting .285, 26 doubles, 10 triples, 11 homers, and 50 runs batted in. Oh, good high fastball.
Let's look at Mattingly. The ball's down low enough for him to give it a nice long stretch.
Ooh, he could have given a little longer and made that not quite as close. But he did have him inside 1-on-1.
A lot harder to stretch on the ball up around the eye because you just don't get the ability to get the body out.
Okay. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
The last time we saw Bradley, at least here, he wasn't hitting at all earlier in the season, but he's really come on.
He really has. He struck out 90 times, but Presley has struck out 132 times. And yet, jammed him, and short hop by Pags, and he throws him out 2 ways.
It's 2 fine plays by the left side of the infield. Meacham had to really gun the ball to get Brantley. And here, Paliulo short hops the ball, throws off balance, and he gets a speedy Bradley by plenty.
Seems like the infielders have so much more confidence on this artificial surface of it.
Well, it isn't going to bounce badly on it. You know it's going to be a true bounce.
Here's the guy that Bill and I have liked ever since he's been in the league. He can swing. He's got a beautiful swing. Batting .317, 29 doubles, 2 triples, 19 homers, 69 runs batted in. Plus, he doesn't strike out often. And there's a base hit over the head of Pags in the left field.
Well, he got jammed on that. Roden got the ball in on his fist, but he was strong enough to get it over the head. As we look at that little fella coaching first base, Frank Howard, he's about 6'8". Here's again, you'll see he gets jammed inside, but he's strong enough to fight it off and get it over Paliulo's head. I want to see how they pitch Phelps now. They've been throwing him a lot of changeups, and he's been hitting a lot of home runs. You can just throw him that fastball inside to tie him up. But he like Winfield, dives into the ball, and everybody throws him curveballs and changeups.
It's true. He really steps right into it. No way he can get out of the way of the pitch inside. Got a lot of power. And it gets away from Cerrone. That'll be a wild pitch. Charge to Roden.
Well, now as Davis goes to second base on that wild pitch, he's got to be careful now with Phelps. If you're going to start him off with a curveball, evidently you might have breaking ball and change up in your mind. And we mentioned, I think that's the pitch that he hits for the long ball. And now you've got to be very careful because you've got a right-hander, Presley, up, and he strikes out quite a bit. And he's coming up next, so you can be careful with Phelps.
Okay. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, and he started him off with that slow curveball, even though it was in the dirt.
That's where you got to pitch him. Hard
that's...
stuff right in there, and if you walk him, let him go on. You got an open base.
Right. No way he could handle that pitch.
Even though Presley's hit 21 home runs, he has a lot more problems with the right-hander.
Davis leading off second. 2 men out, and the Yankees leading 1-0, bottom of the first. Uh-oh.
That was right over the middle, too.
Unbelievable.
And he took it.
I guess he was so surprised to get it. Figured they were going to pitch him inside again. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, he got away with a pitch there, that slow curve, and look out. All right, so it looked like Cerrone and Pags might collide, but Pags makes the play. No runs are hit, no errors, and they leave a man at the end of 1. Yankees 1 and the Mariners nothing. Mike Pagliarulo, the batter, hitting .242. First pitch was a ball, and that one is popped up. And the shortstop, Kingdome. 1 man out. So Pags, who has 25 homers and 64 runs batted in. I might fire that helmet. A little upset. No.
Well, his career high in home runs 28. So if he gets heated up a little bit again, he'll surpass that.
Yeah, but you remember what happened last year? He had 28.
Yeah, but he worked. Well, he was working too hard last year.
I know it.
He ran out of gas.
Almost 4 weeks of the season to go and never hit another one. Here's Pasqua, takes a curve low, ball 1. Danny batting .218. Got 12 homers and 34 runs. By the way, White, I know you're trying to stay away from me from all that garlic I ate today. But we are going to Florida tonight, and they cannot smell the garlic down there. So first we want to say hello.
Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
No, it is.
It's Tuesday, whether we're in Seattle or New York or Chicago. Foul back. We'd like to say hello to Judith Carney, Don Carney's wife, who did a great job flying back home to nurse Don back to good health. That's really
just your opener.
I know, but you got to take care of the boss man first. But Judith did do a great job, although she didn't do too much for his personality. He's still mean and tough.
Now get to the meat of what you want.
The meat is Scooter and Ann down in Deerfield Beach. They're probably having a nice barbecue. No, it's a little late. 3 hours different out there. They might be in bed by now. And Pasqua walks. So Danny at first base, and will bring up Rick Cerrone. Cerrone batting .251. 8 doubles, 3 homers, and 19 runs batted in.
The batter in the second, Rick Cerrone.
Yanks lead 1-0 here in the top of the second. But really, that garlic is not too evident, is it, or is it? I mean, I had so much garlic today, White. You get roasted garlic by the, what do you call a big piece of garlic? Not a clove. That's just one little piece.
Cut.
A head of garlic. All right, line to right, and one-handed out on the warning track. Cerrone has really had the stroke lately. He's hitting the ball real hard. Pasqua back to first. That's right. I'll tell you, I have never had garlic so delicately prepared, White, as I did in this Irish restaurant that I was in. McCormick and Schmick. I don't know where they ever come up with that name, but it is outstanding. That's funny. I want to say Carney said it because Don is very Irish. Schmick is the Irishman, not McCormick. 1 ball is the count on Juan Bonilla. Bill told you he was a last-minute replacement for Wayne Tolleson. Tolleson was scheduled to start bat 9th. Base hit right field. And, oh, he's going to go. They got a shot. They got a shot, and they got him. Holy cow, what a beautiful throw, and what a decoy by the shortstop, Kingdome. I tell you, that Kingery made some throw. I don't know whether that fooled Pasco, but he had him single and thrown out 9-5. As we get another look at it, and at the end of an inning and a half, the Yankees won, the Mariners nothing, and we're now going to pause for station identification.
Some National League scores, Phil. Montreal 2, Dodgers 1. That's the final. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati 7-4. Mets over San Francisco 7-2.
All right, and that was Dwight Gooden pitching that ball game. I'm sure he and Davey Johnson, all the Met fans, are mighty happy about that. A little concerned about Dwight after his last outing. He had absolutely nothing, but that was on 3 days rest. All right, Jim Presley, the batter. Presley's the guy we told you has struck out 132 times. And that one he hit stream. And this could be a tie ball game. No, off the wall. Winfield plays it beautifully. It had bounced over the head of Gary Ward, the center fielder, who was too close to the wall on the first hop. That looked like a slider or a breaking pitch.
That's a breaking pitch, and Presley normally does not like the curveball. Evidently, Dick Williams and the Mariners have been working with him. He stays with his breaking ball. His is the right field. Watch him here. Actually, the ball just stayed there for him. Didn't move, but I think it was supposed to be a slider.
Yep.
Didn't slide. High off the wall in right center. Look at Winfield. He came behind Ward, made a good play.
Yes, he did. Excellent play. So Presley gets his 14th double of the year. He's also got 21 homers, and the batter now is Mike Kingery. High and tight, ball 1. Kingery hitting .275 with 16 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, 43 runs batted in. Low, 2-0. Nobody out here, bottom of the second. Yanks lead 1-0, but the Mariners threatening. High, ball 3.
Looks like Rhodes is having some problems with the mound. The first batter he faced, Brantley, after the first pitch, he looked at the mound. After he threw that one, he looked down. He's not doing any landscaping, though.
Nope.
Just slipping. Normally, if you have problems with the mound, you'll kick a little indentation out or whatever that you need.
He might just be looking for where his foot is coming down. Maybe he's striding too far and not enough. There's a strike on a good fastball. 3-1.
Well, the Dodgers used to doctor their mound a lot.
Yeah?
Yep. A lot of people thought it was too high.
Boy, I tell you, when I saw a couple of times Koufax pitch from that mound, he was unhittable. Not that he needed the high mound. As a pop-up, that'll be a big out right there. Pags under it. Fair ball. It's 1 man out.
Koufax could pitch from 3
Flat,
feet
yes.
below and still.
That's what I was saying. But he looked, I mean, he looked just overpowering. Here's that last pitch, Bill.
To Kingery. He's got a nice stride there. Then brings the right leg around.
All right, so that was a big out, and the batter now is Dave Valley. Now, this kid has hit the ball well against the Yankees, batting .267, 14 doubles, 3 triples, 10 homers, 39 runs batted in. He's a Metropolitan boy, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Bayside.
Bayside, Queens. All right. Off speed, breaking pitch, strike 1. Husky, well built.
Named all Catholic high school. All Queens.
Strike two.
All New York City. Back in 1978 at Holy Cross High School in Flushing.
Uh-huh. Nothing in two. Little high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Low and away, nice play by Cerrone, 2-2. We didn't get the Cardinals score, did we? Boy, they're
having problems.
They're here in the Mets, coming close.
Not pitching to that Clark.
That's right.
Anymore.
When he was out, they really hit the skids. Just missed 3-2. He was ahead 0-2. Now run the count full.
Doesn't want to throw Valley a fastball. He's obviously trying to change speeds on the breaking ball to get him out.
Oh, in the 9th inning. Trailing Houston 4-0, the Cardinals. Sure, they're in danger of dropping another full game to both Montreal and the Mets. Ground ball off the end of the bat, and Mattingly will make the play unassisted. Moving to third on the play was Presley, but that was a big, big out. Almost looked like he threw him a breaking pitch.
Well, he got a lot of English on it. Bagley got in front of it to make sure he could control it, and they got Valley easily. Ozzie Virgil, the third base coach, gaining a little bit of weight. We played together in the minor leagues. Ozzie signed by the Giants back in the 50s.
His son's not doing too badly.
His son is doing an excellent job hitting home runs with Atlanta.
All right, here is Quinones. Ball 1.
Good deal for the Mariners picking up Quinones from the Red Sox.
Yes, it was.
Basically for Spike Jones.
He's batting .269, 13 doubles, 10 homers.
Spike Owen. Picking up Spike Jones.
The musician. Oh, he got a hold of that one. Winfield back. And only Winfield could have made the play. Oh, man, was that perfect timing. Whoa, that scared me. 1 man left, 1 hit at the end of 2. Yankees 1 and the Mariners nothing.
Well, on Thursday, August 27th, the Yankees return home to open a 4-game weekend series against the Mariners. The Yankee-Mariners series is highlighted by 2 great giveaway days. On Thursday afternoon, August 27th, game time 1:30. All fans 14 and under at the stadium will receive a Yankee clipboard folder, compliments of M&M's chocolate candies. Then on Saturday, August 29th, the Yankees and the Mariners, all fans will receive a Yankee team photo mug, compliments of StarCom.
All right, you saw the tail end of the play. Bobby Meacham, who had opened the ball game with a home run, flies out to the second baseman. He's in foul territory, but he catches it in fair territory. Watch, he comes across the line. Now he'll back up.
Must be some wind currents in here, or else he misjudged that ball.
He must have.
Billy Martin, by the way, has joined us. A little bit late coming in from... where you come from, Matt?
Well, I came from home. I was down in San Francisco, and I had a 5-hour wait at the airport.
Yeah, we were kind of worried. We kept singing, we left Billy Martin in San Francisco.
Well, I called Carney 3 times like a good boy.
Oh, okay. Very good. Bounce to the second base, and Mattingly is thrown out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 3rd.
You know, it's very disappointing to see this small crowd here.
Well, they said if they weren't giving away free hats tonight, there might not have been 1/3 the crowd here.
I can't understand it because, you know, these are real good baseball fans, and their ball club's really not that far out of it, and yet they're not supporting them.
No, Bill mentioned the same thing that you just said, Billy, but that 4 games in a row they lost to the Twins prior to coming here kind of got them all down.
Still plenty of time.
Oh, White, you keep saying it. I don't
There's
go.
still plenty of time. You can't panic. Plenty of time.
How many games are they up, Seattle?
Oh, Seattle's
8.
9.
8, 9?
Yeah. But that's the American League West now you're talking about.
Their time might be running out, right?
Well, it's still,
White
yeah,
says
they
no.
have
White.
time. That's the American League West. You can't tell. If Minnesota gets away from home, they have problems. At home, they have the best record in the American League, the Minnesota Twins.
Well, as an example, they lost today in Detroit. Got shellacked 11-2.
Well, I think if you go back a few years, weren't we down 13 games going in August?
Is that the 78 year?
That's right. So, like you say, Bill, there is time.
Especially, you look at the Yankees, they're just 3 back, and when they get Randolph back, as you mentioned, Scooter, and Henderson back, and get a little more continuity, Henderson getting on base, setting up everything, Randolph moving and playing good second.
Oh, that's for sure. There's a base. Whoop. No, he called it a strike, kind of a delayed strike call. It's 3-1.
It changes the whole game, Bill. When you get a Ricky Henderson and a Willie Randolph out there, it changes the whole ball game. So many things happen that don't normally happen out there when you're playing other guys that don't have their ability. It's that simple.
All right, there's ball 4.
And as a manager, managing the team, and when you have these players, you really appreciate it. As a manager on the other side now, you're saying, oh, thank you for not being in there.
Rather have
Oh,
Bonilla
sure.
than Randolph.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And no matter who you put in center field, it takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher and your infielders with Henderson not playing.
Bring all the players you want from Columbus, but just keep those 2 guys on the bench.
Here's Kittle fly to center his first time up. Hey, White, how come you don't say, what do you mean we, when Martin says we? Oh, every time I say we, you say, what do you mean we?
Well, we'll let Martin say we. He's been back and forth quite a few years. You've been here all the time. He can say we. In fact, he can say anything he wants to say.
I don't know how I got in the middle of this all.
Well, he jumps all over me when I say it, Martin, and you say it just, oh, yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Well, you guys have worked together so long, I guess he's allowed to. This guy is a good addition to the Yankees coming back.
Oh, yes. That's low. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
It's amazing how weak we got all of a sudden. Right-handed hitting, right-handed power just went dead on us. When Kittle got hurt, we had some injuries.
And at that time, Ward stopped hitting and getting those clutch hits, too. And that's why it was so obvious that lacking in right-handed.
Well, today you've got to play Possible in left field because Henderson can't play.
Right.
So Possible, who normally, at least during this part of the year, has not been hitting much against lefties, got to go out there.
That was almost a ball.
Pretty close.
Derwood may call it. What's that town he's from?
Hooks, Texas.
Hey, Hooks, Texas. Right.
Outside.
He says he has a radio show down there. I don't believe there's a radio down there.
Well, he's got Billy Sims down there.
Oh, is that where he's from? Hooks,
Billy
Texas?
Sims from Hooks, Texas. Football player.
That used to be with the Lions?
Yeah.
Popped it up in shallow right. Coming on is Kingery. And that'll do it for the Yankees. Nothing across, a man left. And at the end of 2.5, the Yankees won and the Mariners nothing.
Okay, fans, base 41 now. Leading off the mound on the third for the Mariners.
All right, Harold Reynolds to lead it off. Want to keep this guy off the bases. He's got 38 stolen bases.
He also cost us the All-Star game. You're right. Should have ran over the guy at first base. Bowled him over. Should have took him into left field.
All right. And again, White, you let him get away with it. Of course, us, the Whites, the All-Star game.
Well, that's the American League, right?
Well, that's what do you think I am? Chopped liver?
No, you're chopped garlic.
Go, you're not. One more and 1 strike on Reynolds.
You're lucky you're sitting over there between us, Billy.
Oh, he is. I ate so much garlic today.
I got a recipe for that, you know.
Yeah?
Roast garlic, or baked garlic.
Not only that, excuse me, Billy, but I had salmon and I had pesto sauce on the salmon. Got rid of all my cholesterol problems in one day. Garlic and salmon.
You smell a little bit like Halsey Hall used to be with the Minnesota
with the
Twins.
scallions, yeah. Old Halsey. 3-1 to count on Reynolds. You got a recipe, though.
Well, the recipe I gave about 3 or 4 years ago from Anaheim for pesto.
I'm talking about the garlic. That was a lousy recipe.
Oh, I've got a book that tells you how to cook garlic. Yes,
Yeah?
garlic cookbook.
All right, 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Yanks lead 1-0, bottom of the third. Lined and curving foul.
Well, he inside out that ball. You know, the ball was in on him. That's the type of hitter. He's a little slap hitter. And really, where you want to really pitch him is you want to keep the ball, jam him. Just jam him. Take his power away from him, which he has now. Not a bad little player.
No, that was the old Rod Carew swing right there. You're right, inside out. Oh, base hit in the hole. Oh, he went to left field and he pulled the next one.
Well, the ball is down. Left-handers can hit that ball down and then up and in a little bit different. They can't get the hand up and get it in at the same time.
All right, this is the second inning in a row that the Mariners have gotten the leadoff man on. There's Bonilla diving.
Normally that ball would be caught on grass.
Oh, yes.
That's an automatic out on grass. But this artificial turf, if it don't throw 30 points on your batting average, nothing does.
You're absolutely right. All right, here is Mickey Brantley, and they got to keep an eye, as we told you, on Reynolds. With 38 stolen bases, though he's been caught 15 times. Brantley bounced to short. Good play by Meacham. They have shortened up. They got to shorten up to double up these two.
Yes, that's deceiving when they say picked off. He might have been picked off at first instead of thrown out at second.
Yeah.
And they count that also.
They count as caught stealing. Yeah.
Right.
There he goes. What a jump. Good backup that time by Bonilla. Well, I want to tell you, he had some jump, but he had some lead, too.
Big lead.
He's a good base runner. Look at that lead he's got there. Oh, it's all over. No matter who's catching when they're throwing him out.
That's his 39th stolen base. And if Bonilla had not been back there alertly, he'd have gone to third. Get a guy with that speed and makes the catcher hurry the throw. Good throw, might have just nipped him. That'd be a perfect throw, but nobody out. Let's see if Brantley can get him over. And he doesn't not on that one. Good play by Roden as he made sure that Reynolds was not going to third. So that is a big out. That's the second time now that they've had a runner at second and nobody out and didn't advance him.
Now he's going to have to watch Reynolds because he's probably thinking about stealing third now with one away.
All right, and here is Phil Bradley, who bounced to Pagliarulo his first time up. Yeah, you're right. He's looking around, surveying the shortstop, second baseman, see how big a lead he can get. It's got to be Meacham's job to hold him close. And he better get over there. Oh, it's a good thing Roden did that. He just had 1 foot on the carpet. Meacham left a little too soon that time to get back to his position.
You know, as a third base coach, you can mimic the shortstop and let the runner know what the shortstop is doing. For instance, when the shortstop was in like that and moving way back, as a third base coach, you do the same thing. You're telling him the story so he knows that the shortstop's not
without
there.
saying anything.
That's
very
right.
good. That's another thing I got to put in my book for when I manage White. I get a lot of tips from Martin here on this.
Third base coach is so valuable.
Good curve, 1-1. Oh, that's for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1-0. The Yankees leading in the bottom of the third. Some of the most beautiful country in the world right up here in Seattle.
They must really think that Bradley's going to hit the ball to the right side. Normally with a right-hander up, the second baseman would be keeping the runner close.
All right, that's That's the way to make them.
Well, the chart must say hits the ball toward second much of the time. They're letting Meacham shorten up and go back out.
Bill, you're right. The chart is up the middle and right center.
Ooh, look at that lead. Attaboy. He was going to, he had both feet on the carpet that time. But he was very quick out there, either stealing or going back to the bag. Now he figures they're not going to throw back there. This might be the time he's going to try it. I'd like to see him do that. I don't care how many times he does that.
Well, mainly, actually, too, as soon as Reynolds takes that one step with the left foot back towards second base, you can pitch.
Yes.
Because he can't start up again.
Yep. Shooting the right field, but fouled in the upper deck. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that head move by the pitcher also deceives the runner. And just by staring back there and breaking up your rhythm in different counts, too many pitchers are people just keep doing the same thing all the time, and runners
You can time it.
runners understand that,
Right.
and that's what they prey on.
Slip a little quick pitch in there once in a while.
That's right. They're like vultures out there. They know what you're going to do.
That one right in on his hands that time. He fouled it off. Still a ball and 2 strikes with 1 out.
Is that old saying, patience hell? I've seen good base runners just really study pitchers on the bench, and that's how they learn to get the jumps on stealing and also on little other things. Pitchers don't cover, pitchers break the wrong way.
Take that extra base, that's right. All habit, all. Oh, just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's how I taught Rod Crew how to steal home plate. I said pitchers are creatures of habit. If a pitcher has 1 windup or 2 windups, he's going to do the same thing, even though he sees you stealing home.
Right.
And Rod caught on to it, and he took it away from him. Then they went to a set position to stop it. Oh, good play.
Boy, that was a good play. Just that Reynolds is so quick. He had leaning a little bit towards third, but the throw a little late coming back. As you can see there.
There you go.
There he goes. And a fly ball, and Pags was trying to fake him. Ward makes the catch, and now he cannot go to third. Look, he is tired. He has ran hard to third, back to second, and tagged up, wanted to go, and his foot slipped. But there again, they lose a chance to score a run because he was not advanced to third base. He was on second with nobody out, and Bradley hit back to the box. That long fly would have scored him easily.
You know, Phil, I managed Frank Howard when I was in Detroit. Can you imagine that small dugout and see the way he walks down there like a caged lion?
Yeah, I know it. We used to follow him on the camera all the time. Bill was saying we had a good shot of him at first coaching over there.
I used to tell him, will you please, when I was manager, would you please, very politely, would you please sit down? I said, you give an aspirin a headache. Please sit down. He's so nervous, and he's really gung-ho. He's a beautiful man. Really a beautiful man.
Great man to have on your side. That's for sure. All right, 2 out. Here's Alvin Davis, who singled his first time up. Ball 1.
Well, he wants the second base umpire to move.
And they got all those signs out.
There he
top
goes.
of the head, let you know.
There's your boy.
There's Frank.
Looks like he lost a little weight down to 320.
Yeah.
Low. This is one of those, be careful, don't give him anything good to hit. Walk him.
Well, you got Phelps coming up next. He's got not too bad a lineup now with Davis and Phelps batting back-to-back, then Presley.
Right.
Of course, he shouldn't try to steal third with Davis batting.
I wouldn't even worry about it.
Nope.
3-0.
Just play deep and knock the ball down and only go through for a base hit. With 2 outs, stealing third base is nothing.
This might be a key pitch here for Roden. I believe they would give Davis in this park the green light on a fastball.
I would think so. Cerrone looked in the dugout, but didn't get the signal to give him an intentional walk.
They're going to come inside on it.
They did, and it's ball 4.
Ozzie Virgil had his back to the hitter, so maybe he did give him the take sign.
You think so?
Yeah, he wasn't even looking at the plate.
All right, good observation. All right, so there are 2 out, 2 on. And here's Felt to pop to Pags his first time up.
This ballpark can make a nice warehouse.
They haven't had rain here in quite a while.
No, they haven't.
40 days. Unbelievable.
That's something.
Oh man, he got away with a pitch there. Bonilla is under it.
Can he
I
see it?
don't think Meacham saw it, Bill. Meacham was running the other way.
It was up in the
Big
curtain.
out. Yep. No runs are hit, no errors, 2 men left. And on the Dodge scoreboard at the end of 3, it's the Yankees 1, Seattle nothing. All yours, William.
All right, Scooter. Gary Ward just swung through a breaking ball. He's leading off with the Yankees here in the 4th. The Yankees lead 1-0 over the Seattle Mariners. Ward has been up once and lined to second base. Bouncer to Quinones, hot behind second base, and the shortstop gets his man for the first out.
Gary's been struggling, hasn't he?
Yes, well, he really has. He's way down below 240.
Earlier in the year, he was playing quite a bit. He was hitting the ball to right and right center, and I don't know, he tried to hurry the bat a little bit, and he's had some problems.
Yeah, he's been way out in front.
Mike Pagliarulo popped to short his first time up, and he takes the strike.
Should have settled down now. The way he started out didn't look like he was going to get by the first inning.
That foul into the Yankee dugout off first base. No balls, 2 strikes on Pagliarulo. He's batting .241, 25 home runs, hit 28 last year for a season high, and he has 64 runs batted in. Dennis Powell, the left-hander, and got him with a breaking ball in the dirt. And Valley throws out Pagliarulo, so it's a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for the second out. That's the first strikeout for Powell.
Phil, I don't think we mentioned about Al Holland and Len Sakata.
You can mention it.
No, I've just...
Well, Al Holland had an operation on his left arm, the left elbow, and he'll be out the rest of the year.
Right.
And Sakata's been sent to Columbus on rehab. The most he can stay down there is 20 days. Dan Pasqua walked. Thrown out trying to go from first to third on a single by Bonilla back in the second inning. Brantley in center field, and this will do it for the Yankees. 3 up, 3 down for the first time in the ball game. And at the end of 3.5 innings of play, Yankees lead Seattle 1-0.
Well, we have a little bit of sad news. We all want to send our condolences to Bill Kane and his family. Bill's mom, who is very, very close with, passed away. And that's really tough when you lose somebody that close.
It is, Phil, and you know, you only have one mother, pal.
Oh, yeah.
And they were, like you said, they were very close. And to you, Bill Kane, we feel with you, pal. We love you and we miss you.
And Bill, long-time traveling secretary with the Yankees. This team don't move if Bill Kane
That's right.
doesn't get him there. Jim Presley leads off here in the 4th against Rick Rhoden. The Yankees lead 1-0. Presley double off the wall, high off the wall in right center field in the second inning. And Rhoden will make the play. He's an excellent fielder. You see Rhoden just striding just a little bit. He's got a bad right leg. And when he was a youngster, playing out back, nailed him. Got him, and he had some problems, but it doesn't bother him with his fielding.
A good golfer also.
Yes, he is. And one leg is shorter than the other. You can see
Yes,
that.
because of that. Because of that childhood accident.
Right.
Pretty good basketball player down there in Boynton Beach, Florida. Now, Mike Kingery wants to look at the baseball. And
First time in a long time they've done that.
Well, I don't think the umpire behind the plate would have known the difference. Mr. Ford has not been known to be correct on what is a strike or what is a ball, and we've had our differences over the years.
We've got a new guy who's we're gonna give an indicator to. I'm gonna take that gold indicator away from you and give it to Martin.
Well, I've been before the law with this man.
This is Mike Kingery. He popped to third in the second inning, so he's 0 for 1. And this one's in the right field. Let's see if Winfield can see it. Well, looks like the second baseman, Bonilla. How about that play?
I want to tell you something. He is great on fly balls, but he nonchalanted that one, but he has called Winfield off a lot of them.
Well, why don't you catch it behind his back if he's going to do that?
I don't like that. I'm not saying I like that, but what's this is really cutting a pie.
You remember Joel Schultz, the old third base coach? I used to have him as my third base coach in Detroit. When a guy would ball go up and be a real crucial game, he said, catch it behind. I go crazy on the bench. Just 2 hands, please.
This is Dave Valley from Bayside.
Smother it, please, do it.
We saw Joe in St. Louis a few years back. He's retired now, working for a steel company. He retired from baseball. He managed here in Seattle, by the way, Joe Schultz.
In the old ballpark.
Sure. Valley's been up once, bounced to Mattingly.
Yeah,
Yankees.
They interviewed me and him at the same time, and I lost to him. Then the next year he's working for me.
Yankees leading game 1-0. They got a run in the first inning. Bobby Meacham's third home run of the year over the wall in left field. Back up the middle. That's a base hit.
I remember the first home run Meacham hit. It wasn't a home run.
It didn't count. Yeah, we talked about that.
I was the manager. He passed the guy at first base.
Was that Randolph going back to first?
Yes. Cost us a ball game.
Yep.
You said that was down in Texas, Scooter?
Yes.
Here's Quinones. He's been up once and sent Winfield back to the wall in the second inning. 2 outs and a runner at first, and the Yankees leading 1-0 in the fourth inning. Ball 1. Quinones batting .268. The first time this year he's been under .270. He's had a good year offensively and defensively for the Mariners. That change curve was ball 2.
Looks like he's changed his stance a little bit, Bill.
Think Boston would take him back?
Right now, I think they would.
Ray Quinones. Inside ball 3, 3-0. So far, Roden's walked one. Has yet to chalk up a strikeout. He has 96 strikeouts on the year. He's walked to 54 now. They gave him the green light.
How do you like that?
Well, Quinones has 10 home runs, and when you play inside, all you got to do is hit the ball hard. It'll go out.
It's true, but it was just a little surprising.
Well, it's 3-1 on Quinones. Players like to have a manager turn them loose once in a while, Billy.
They sure do. Especially if the guy is not known to be hitting 3-0.
Now the count is full on Quinones, 3-2. So that'll mean that Valley will be moving from first base with 2 outs.
I gave it to Brinkman one time.
Eddie Brinkman?
Yes, and he hit a home run. That's the last time I gave it to him. I took a chance and it worked, so you don't do it again.
Runner going, loop to center field. That'll wall, base hit in front of Ward. And Valley will go to third base. So on the 3-2 pitch, Quinones single to center. And the Mariners, runners on the corners, first and third with 2 outs for Harold Reynolds. By the way, Scooter, I understand that the group that's handling our game tonight did the All-Star game.
That's right, because that strike, and they were called, the whole crew from here. They called to get down. They did an excellent job.
Well, here's Reynolds, single to right field, stole second in the third inning. Ground ball past Bonilla. Ball 1 on Reynolds. down the inside corner. The Mariners as a team batting .271, which is not too bad, but their pitching staff allows the other team to bat .276.
And that's not too good.
That's been their problem. Plus, they've been out-homered quite a bit. 151 to 116.
Well, this is a little bandbox build. Anything flies out of here. I mean, just a mediocre home run hitter can hit balls out of this park.
1 ball, 1 strike on Harold Reynolds.
Mickey Mantle would make it look like a phone booth.
One at the bunt. That Palarulo back to at third base.
Not a bad thought. And
If Valley's ready, I'm not sure he was ready though.
It's a good thing the pitch was that high and out of the strike zone, because it was a breaking pitch.
Now Pags will play a little bit closer to home plate with the count 2 balls and a strike on Harold Reynolds. Yankees clinging to a 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning. That's out of play. The Mariners have had a man on second base in each of the first 4 here. Alvin Davis got the second in the first. Presley led off the second with a double. He was left stranded. And Reynolds single and stole second in the third. And on the 3-2 pitch, Valley went to third on a single to center field by Quinones. 2 outs. 2-2 the count. And it's 3-2, and once again the runners will be moving, at least the runner from first base, Quinones.
these umpires have put a damper on the pitchers in professional baseball with this checking the balls all the time like this. Some pitchers who've been getting away with it for years are now being caught, and I think they're slowing some guys down a little bit.
What are you saying?
I think there's some cheating going on out there.
3-2 the count with 2 outs and 2 on. Runner going. That'll be out of play. Nobody will get to it in the seats off left field. Palarulo giving it a long chase. So we'll do it again here from the Kingdome. The count again will be 3-2 on Harold Reynolds.
I used to like my comment from my ex-pitching coach, Art Fowler. When they accused us of throwing all those spitters when I was managing Oakland, Art would say, it's a dry spitter. If you don't know the difference between a dry spitter and a wet spitter, then you're not very smart.
3-2 again, and the runner going. And that's ball 4. That'll load him up. Walk number 2 given up by Roden. Reynolds goes to first base. That'll move Quinones to third. Valley's Quinones to second, and Valley stays at third, and it'll bring up Mickey Brantley.
You wonder if this area, if they had a winning ball club, would they really fill this place? I wonder.
Well, they have, we're going to stay here another year. The owner did not exercise the option to leave. We look at Brantley, who's 0 for 2, bounces short, bounce back to the mound, and takes the strike. I think last week, George Argyris, the owner, had the option of informing the county people whether he would stay or not, because obviously I don't think they're going to reach that average that
They were supposed to reach,
yeah.
I understand.
In the right, coming on is Winfield, and this time he'll take charge, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. The Mariners leave the bases loaded. We've played 4, and the Yankees lead Seattle 1-0.
Well, the Yankees are pleased to continue to make available alcohol-free seating at Yankee Stadium. You can purchase tickets for the alcohol-free family section for all remaining home games, including the upcoming homestand. Begins on Thursday, August 27th. All tickets for the alcohol-free family section are $10 and are located on the loge level. Tickets may be purchased in advance at the stadium 7 days a week from 9 to 5. You can also send a check or money order to alcohol-free seating, Yankee Stadium, Bronx, New York, 10451, and just add $1.25 per order for postage and handling. On the day of the game, tickets for the alcohol-free section may be purchased at a specifically marked stadium ticket booth located at Game 6. All right, Bill.
Cerrone leads off for the Yankees in the 5th. The Yankees lead 1-0. A run on 3 hits for the Yankees. No runs, 5 hits for the Mariners. And Cerrone deep short. Quinones played him out of left field and pulls Davis off the bag, and that should be a base hit.
I mean, he was in short left field. But that was a good spot, because a good throw would have gone. Look where he is. I mean, if that were regular grass, he'd be way out there. And the throw would have been in time had he gotten it there.
Davis had to come off the bag to keep the ball from going out into the right field foul territory.
And it is a hit. That is a long throw, but most of these shortstops have great arms now.
So Cerrone gets what we'll call an infield-outfield hit. That'll bring up Juan Bonilla, who singled sharply to right field in the 2nd inning. Pasqua tried to go from 1st to 3rd, and he was cut down easily by Mike Kingery's throw to Jim Presley. Yankee run coming in the 1st. Bobby Meacham led off with a home run, his 3rd home run of the year. And that's the only scoring we've had in this game. Bonilla not scheduled to play, but penciled in late by Lou Pennell. Evidently, Tollison's shoulders still giving him trouble.
It's got to be. Can't believe it. He's paying so much attention to Cerrone.
Well, this kid just is only his first start.
I think somebody come over and have a little talk with him.
That'll be a foul ball. Davis lets it go foul. Sometimes that'll backfire. It's no balls to strike on Bonilla. Cerrone streaks back to first base.
Streaks back, huh? Or sneaks back.
Streaks. Perhaps Powell might have been trying to see if he could trick Bonilla into showing him what he might want to do. Maybe that was the reason for that throw to first base.
Not moving.
See the difference in the lead of Reynolds at first base and the lead of Cerrone at first base.
Oh, man.
Cerrone takes about a step and a half. Reynolds was way out on the artificial surface. Watch this long lead by Cerrone. Stop right there. Of course, Rick knows he's not going to be asked to steal a base, so he doesn't have to take that big lead. Nobody out here in the 5th. Cerrone on at first, nobody out. Lead-off single by Cerrone, deep short. And now it's a bunting run, but the second baseman, Reynolds, will get there, and he takes a throw from Davis. And it's a sacrifice. 3-4 put out, and Cerrone down at second.
That was unusual, wasn't it?
The bunting run?
Bunting run.
You don't often see it anymore.
No. Bonilla does a good job. That was his 3rd successful sacrifice bunt.
And that'll bring up Bobby Meacham, who homered in the 1st, popped up in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Time call now. The catcher wants to talk to Powell. And they'll also bring in the second baseman, Harold Reynolds. So evidently they're going to play around with the signs here a little bit. They've got to switch signs with the runner down at second. This is the first time in the game the Yankees have had a runner at second. Pasqua touched second, thrown out going to 3rd in the 2nd inning. Well, no, Mattingly doubled in the 1st inning. By the way, Mattingly has now hit in 6 straight games. That'll be out of play down the right side.
Speaking of hitting in 6 straight games, Molitor, as we mentioned earlier, hitting his 33rd consecutive game tonight. And 23 more to tie Jolting Joe.
Nachi Hachi.
What does that mean?
Never hop.
Oh.
That's one of the toughest, I would think.
Absolutely.
Got to do it every day, 56 straight days. One ball, one strike. Nice play by Valley. That kept Cerrone down at second base. play down the right side. 1-2 on Bobby Meacham. Meacham hitting .241, 3 home runs, 8 runs batted, and he's filled in for Tolson at short. He's filled in for Randolph at second base. And he's batting right-handed exclusively this year. On the ground to third. That's a foul ball, called foul by the third base umpire, John Hirschbeck.
Boy, it looked like he started to call it fair, and then all of a sudden gave it the side winding to the right.
I'm not sure Presley would have thrown Meacham out.
No, I don't think he would have either. Look, he had the hands up and then went foul. Looked like it had gone over the bag.
Well, Mike Ferraro, the Yankee third base coach, didn't say anything. So, also the Yankee, let's watch this. Oh, that's close.
That is close.
Goes over the bag, it can hit foul on a ground ball. Line drive over the bag, hitting foul is foul, no doubt about it. Check the swing on the breaking ball. It's 2-2. And to right, Kingery is there. Had him played perfectly. And they're 2 outs. Read about a softball team coming in the Times. This team qualified for the championship. I think they were 32-2.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let them play.
Why?
Prison team. All the games have been played at the prison. And in order to play in the championships, they would have to leave prison.
Oh, I see.
Not only that, there was some intimidation when the teams would come in and play them. They'd have to run the gamut of guys, big guys exercising, you know. Don Mattingly's doubled and bounced to second.
A lot of psychology there.
Cerrone down at second base, 2 outs. Yankees leading 1-0. And that ball's low to Mattingly, 2-0. Mattingly hit his 30th double in the first inning. Good breaking ball. It's 2-1.
That was a dandy. It's surprising they're not, you know, they're pitching to Mattingly. They're trying to pitch around him.
Well, they've got the left-hander pitching to the left-hander. That breaking ball misses, and we've got Winfield up next. A righty-lefty. Base hit. Let's see if Cerrone can score. He's going to be in trouble. And Cerrone scores, the ball gets away, and Mattingly will hold at second base. And the Yankees lead 2-0, and ends up your right, Scooter, as Mattingly lifts the single up the middle.
Well, I remember Joe McCarthy's theory, never let the hot hitter or the big man beat you. Of course, nobody's bigger than Winfield, but Mattingly's unbelievable. He almost took Powell's head off with that line drive. A good throw would have gotten Cerrone. He throws it hard, but left his feet and it tails away. And Cerrone with that, as Bill said, burst of speed and open field running.
Oh, that's a great move there.
Yep.
He gave him the hip.
He did. He faked him. Here's a good angle. Oh, he'd have had him by plenty if the throw was way up the line.
Oh, did he streak by him?
You got Cerrone really streaking tonight.
Winfield to first base, and that'll retire the side. Yankees pick up another run on 2 hits. They leave a man. And at the end of 4.5 innings of play, the Yankees lead Seattle 2-0. Let's pause for station identification. We'll be on the air again from Seattle tomorrow night at 10:30. It'll be Tommy John against Mike Morgan. And we'll also have the game for you on Thursday night. Dennis Rasmussen facing Lee Guterman. So the Yankees and PIX will do these next two games, this one and the next two, for all three here in Seattle. And we'll also have the game for you, the game on Friday in Oakland. And we'll do the two games on Monday and Tuesday in Anaheim. So you get a lot of baseball from out on the West Coast on this 8-game road trip. Phil Bradley leads off against Roden in the 5th inning, with the Yankees now leading 2-0 over Seattle. Bradley's 0 for 2 in the game. He's grounded to third and fly to center field. And that's a ball from Roden. Bradley batting .284, 11 home runs, 50 runs batted in. He'll be followed by Alvin Davis and then Ken Phelps, two left-handed batters. 2-0. Roden has flirted with danger in all of the innings. He's had, we mentioned, a man down at second base, and he left the bases loaded last inning. The Mariners have left 7 men on base so far in the first 4 innings. And it's 3-0. Three and 1 on Phil Bradley. Bradley, the former quarterback for the University of Missouri in the Big 8. And that's ball 4 as Roden misses with a 3-1 pitch. That's the third walk given up by Roden. And Bradley can steal bases. He has 27 of them. He's been caught 7 times. Here's Alvin Davis. He's singled and walked, 1 for 1. Good DP man. He hits the ball sharply, does not run well. Each team with 5 base hits. Neither team has made an error. The Yankees lead 2-0. 5th inning. There he goes. And Cerrone decides to hold on to the baseball. Stolen base for Phil Bradley is 28.
Boy, they're getting some jump off Roden. Evidently, he's doing something that they can pick up. So they get that run and jump. Look at this. Pitch was low, too. Tough pitch for Cerrone to handle.
Have they pitched out yet?
Nope.
Sometimes that's a weapon you can use.
It certainly is.
Mattingly will make the play himself, but Bradley will go to third base now with 1 away.
Well, that's the first time in 3 chances that they've advanced the runner from second to third with nobody out. So
well, the Mariners threatening to get on the board in the 5th, and the batter now with Bradley at third base is Ken Phelps, who's fouled out, popped up. He's 0 for 2. Yankees will keep the infield back. They're leading 2-0. There's Bradley at third. Good speed. And the corner foul down the right side. Slow curve. That's what he'll pull.
Speed pitch again.
One and 1. Roden looking for his 15th win this year. Won 15 last year with the Pirates. Had a piece of it and fouled it straight down. 1-2 off Cerrone's glove. They've jammed him.
Boy, they really did. That was self-defense, that swing.
Doesn't like that quick pitch. He wants everything slow and out over the plate, and in fact, he broke his bat. So Roden gets this slider in. Hard slider in. See, does he tied him up inside?
Yeah. And
Look at that left elbow down and in. Didn't get a good swing at all at that pitch. Likes it slow and out over the plate.
I hope he doesn't try to trick him now with that slow pitch.
At least he's got him thinking. You know, if a guy goes up there and you throw him curve after curve, he can sit in and get his timing. But if you mix him up a little bit, you make him think a bit. Well, the count remains 1-2 strikes on Kingdome. With Bradley at third, 1 out. The Yankees lead 2-0. Bottom half of the 5th inning, first of 3, and we mentioned we'll have the next 2 for you, plus the 1 in Oakland. And Monday and Tuesday's game in Anaheim against the California Angels. That pulled foul down the right side.
Up a deck job there.
Well, the count remains 1-2. Got that slider. Was this ball down a little bit?
Oh, I thought it was up.
Is it up? Yeah, it is up. Up and out over the plate. That's a good follow through. I don't think Roden liked that sign, so he backs off. Now Cerrone will go out to talk to Roden. Might be a pitch from the bench. Or maybe Cerrone just wants to find out exactly the pitch that Roden wants to throw in this situation. Or maybe Cerrone has an idea of wasting a pitch. What do you think, Rizzuto?
I really don't know. I hate to think of him throwing that off-speed pitch to Phelps.
Count remains 1-2.
How about that split-fingered scuff ball?
Doesn't throw it, he said.
Whoa!
And he said it hit him. So he'll go to first base.
Well, if you're going to get hit, that's the way to do it.
Well, he just got his shirt. Didn't hit him at all.
That's what I mean, yeah.
In fact, I would argue a little bit.
I don't know. I don't think Phelps.
Well, I guess the fella got him, just nicked him, so he'll go to first base. Runners first and third with 1 away, and that'll bring up Jim Presley, who has doubled and bounced back to the mound. He's 1 for 2 in the game. That's inside, ball 1. Bradley at third base. Phelps at first with 1 away. Curveball misses. 2-0. And now Mark Connor, the Yankee pitching coach, will go out to the mound. And we might have some action in the Yankee bullpen. Joel Skinner running down to the pin, and we're going to get some action. Pat Clements gets up along with Charlie Hudson, as Hudson the right-hander and Clements the left-hander. Two and 0 on Presley. Two and 1.
Broden's really pitching inside to a lot of hitters tonight, doing a good job on it.
Two and 2.
Really tying him up, isn't he?
Yes.
Right up and in.
Not a lot of pitch in there. We'll throw it out there where I can see it and hit it.
This is very unusual tonight. He's got one more of those left.
Well, this kid doesn't like that breaking ball, though. He'd probably throw it here. All right, fastball's popped up. Let's see. It'll be... Cerrone can't see it. He can't get to it anyway. It's 2 rows in. Cerrone came back, didn't see the ball, but it was in the seats in 2 rows.
He scored at the very last second, but
you know, Roden and Palarulo hustling, they were in there with him. Back near the seats.
got that one a little bit too much over the plate.
Well, the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Presley. Runners at first and third, 1 away here in the 5th inning. Mariners already stranded 7.
Ooh.
Just missed inside, took something off that one. 3 and 2. With 1 away, let's see what they do with Phelps at first base. He's not a speedster. They're worried about the strikeout of Presley, and Phil mentioned earlier he strikes out a bit, so they'll probably hold Presley or hold Phelps, and they did at first base. They don't want to strike out, throw out here. They'll end the inning. Three and 2 the count. And ball 4, that'll load him up. Second straight inning, the Mariners have loaded up the bases. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Mike Kingery, who's been up twice against Roden and popped up both times. Once to Palarulo at third base, and the other time to Bonilla, the second baseman. Kingery at .273, 8 home runs, 43 runs batted in.
Got pretty good speed. He's only grounded into 3 double plays all year, Kingery.
Popped up. Let's see if they try Winfield. I do not think they will.
No way. No way.
Mattingly will cut it off, knowing that Bradley will hold at third base, and there are 2 outs. Big play and a big pinch for Rick Roden.
Well, I tell you, he has jammed Kingery 3 times, as you mentioned. He popped to third and second, and that one is shallow right field. See Mattingly coming in to cut it off. And Big Dave knows that the runner's not going, but he still fires it. It would have been a strike.
So their bases are loaded, 2 outs now, and Dave Valley's a batter. He's bounced to Mattingly at first base and single up the middle. Youngster from base side, 1 for 2. 2-0 Yankees. And the breaking ball is low. Think he's a fastball hitter?
Boy, I'll say he is not cheated. He had a good rip at that one.
1-1. We got some kids here that love you, Scooter.
Oh, right. Where are they from?
Meacham will go to second for the force out.
Holy cow.
Bonilla almost got by the bag and missed that force.
How about the way Meacham gave him that ball? That was scary.
No runs, no hits, 3 men left on base with played 5. Yankees lead Seattle 2-0. One strikes, you count on Ron Kittle leading off of the Yankees in the 6th. Yankees lead 2-0. I don't know how the Mariners have already left 10 men on base. The last 2 innings have left the bases loaded. They left 2 men on in the 3rd and 1 each in the 1st and 2nd. So it's still 2-0 Yankees with the count, no balls, 2 strikes on Kittle. That's 1-2, a waste pitch. Kittle is fly to shallow center and fly to right. He's 0 for 2. Got him with a breaking ball. Strikeout number 2 for Dennis Powell from Moultrie, Georgia. 1 down. Here's Gary Ward. Ward's line to second. Bounced to short. He has 10 game-winning runs batted in this year for the Yankees, a career high.
I thought they were going to do away with that stat.
Nope. It's still there. Oh, they've added stats since then. Everything's a stat now. One ball, 1 strike on Ward. Not too many base hits in the game for either club. They each have 5. Yankees have scored the game's only runs. They have 2. And to right, let's see, going back is Kingery up against the wall and makes the catch. Came in a step actually to make the catch and leaped for it. And there are 2 outs.
Got a little too close to the end of the bat.
Well, he did have to leave.
Yeah.
He was right up against the wall.
Good play.
And Palirulo takes a strike. Palirulo popped up, struck out. He's 0 for 2. And it snowballs 2 strikes on Mike Palirulo. Powell has been around the plate.
Well, he has. It really was surprising. That first inning, I don't know whether he was a little tight or what, but the homer by Meacham, the double by Mattingly, and some line drives, but now he's settled down.
There you go. Yep. Palirulo strikes out for the 3rd time. 2nd time. Strikeout number 3 for Powell. And at the end of 5.5 innings of play, the Yankees 2, Seattle nothing.
Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and WPIX, intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game or any segment thereof without the express written consent of the New York Yankees is prohibited. And in those pennant races in both leagues, the Mets and Montreal both won and the Cardinals lost, so they both pick up a game on the Cardinals. And the Tigers won their ball game. Toronto is losing 1-0 in the 7th inning, and the Yankees lead here 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th, Bill.
All right, Scooter, and Quinones leads off, and for some reason, I think Roden feels he'll pitch better from the stretch position.
How do you like that?
Yep, he's fly to right and single to center.
Well, he has not had an easy inning, really. And
that pass, Palirulo, that might be extra. No, will not be extra bases. Good play by Dan Pasqua, and he throws a strike to second base. Pasqua got over there quickly and got the ball into Bonilla as Quinones gets his second single of the game.
Oh, I tell you, this is a fine play.
Hanging curveball.
Yep, and Pags never had a chance. This ball goes by him like a bullet, but look at how far Pasqua has to come, and watch this throw as he spins around and throws a strike. Beautiful throw to second base.
Can't throw any better than that, can you?
Nope. Right on the money. Yeah.
Here's Reynolds. Reynolds takes the ball.
Now he's got to pitch from the stretch, but I couldn't figure that out.
Well, I think he felt he was having some problems. He'd walked 3, hit 1. Was behind, actually, he'd walked 4 and hit 1, right? He was having problems getting the ball over. He wanted to try something new, but he hung a curveball. To hang a curveball stretching or winding up here in trouble. 1-0 the count on Reynolds. And it's 2-0 on Reynolds. Well, both bullpens busy. And Lou Piniella now walking out. They keep a pitch counter over there, and that Lou might have been counting pitches over there. Not Lou, but somebody on the Yankee bench. And
well, he's certainly pitched his quota of pitches. He's been, like we said, he's been into trouble every inning and left all those men on base.
Stoddard and Clements out there throwing. Stoddard's a big right-hander, and Clements a little left-hander. Roden wants to stay in the ball game as he leads 2-0. There's Stoddard on your left as you look at the screen, and Roden will stay in the game. Pinella's done a good job of managing the 2 years he's been here.
Yeah, excellent job. He's one of the top winners in the last 2 years of all the managers.
'90 wins last year for the Yankees. They won 67 this year as that pitch is high. 3 balls, no strikes on Reynolds. We mentioned Roden's thrown quite a few pitches. That's hey, an automatic, right? It was an automatic.
That's really automatic.
3-1.
He's going by, so hey, that's 3-0. That's got to be a strike. Unbelievable. Watch how long before he decides to call this a strike.
3-2. We mentioned earlier the Mariners have left 10 men on base, average 2 an inning through the first 5. Back up the middle off Roden, and
look at
it, double play. It'll be a double play. Bonilla caught the ball in the air, and he'll toss it to Mattingly, and it's a double play.
Isn't that something?
Now they'll check Roden.
Oh, he was really hit. But he gets an assist on that, by the way. 1, 4, 3. Boy, that hit him. Watch this.
And his glove.
Right,
no,
the right shoulder. No way.
Okay, all right. You're right. They're looking at the right shoulder. But Bonilla made a good recovery.
Oh, he did, because he was coming in and he had to go back and get it. That could have been trouble city right there.
So that play will go 1-4 and then 4-3 for the double play.
It probably, if Piniella lets him pitch to one more batter, he probably has to come out next inning because that thing's going to stiffen up. That hit him solid.
Should have hit part of the glove.
I don't think so, White.
Well, Mark Connor, Piniella, Steve Donahue, the trainer, they're all out there.
Let's get another look at this.
Watch your glove now. Well, I know it got, you mentioned it did get part of the shoulder. There's
Mark.
the glove.
Never touch the glove, White.
All right.
All shoulder.
You've got good eyes. You got it. So the double play. 1-4-3. And there are 2 outs. And here's Mickey Brantley, who's grounded to short. Bounce back to the mound, fly to right field. Yankees still lead 2-0, and Rhodes is still pitching from the stretch. And he gets a strike in. Mattingly, foul off first base. No balls, 2 strikes on Mickey Brantley. Roden flexing the right shoulder.
One other time I saw that play happen, and nobody knew what to do on a line drive hitting the pitcher and infielder catching the ball before it hit the ground. But everything was low, not quite as high as that had happened in the World Series. Uh-oh.
High chopper. Bonilla. Not in time.
He is a hot dog out there. Boy, man. Get the mustard out. He is, look at him.
Well, Roden now, I think he's going to have to come out. Roden is looking, or let's see, Roden looked over at the bench. Here's that play again, Scooter.
Yeah, but what this is really, I never saw this play before. No way he could look at us in the air. If he'd have come down and set himself, he would have gotten him.
Well, it'd been a lot closer. Maybe that's what Roden was upset about. So 2 outs. Brantley now at first base. They'll have to watch him as Phil Bradley's the batter.
I don't know. Piniella got up, walked around, and Cerrone was nodding over there.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
Talking about that odd play we saw. Bradley 0 for 2. If that ball had hit the rubber on the pitching mound and bounced foul. Bounced over toward the Yankee dugout.
It's a foul ball.
You got that right.
That's
the second time I've tried to trick you with that.
You can't, because it happened to me.
Yeah, okay.
And anytime you get a base hit taken away from you, remember it.
But it's not a base hit, it was a foul ball, right?
Well, I should have been a base hit. It's hit that hard.
That's high, 1-1.
Anyway, for the old timers, Marius Russo, when we play in the Dodgers in the World Series in 1941, hit a line drive, it hit Freddie Fitzsimmons in the right, and there's a name from the past, right?
Yeah, left-hander, screwball pitcher, right?
Right-hander.
Freddie, oh yeah, well, Fat Freddie Fitzsimmons.
Fat Freddie
Okay,
Fitzsimmons.
you're right.
Hit him in the knee. Pee Wee Reese caught the ball. He stepped on second, tagged the runner, threw to first. The umpire didn't know what to call it. Anyway, they finally figured out the ball never had touched the ground. It was a double play.
1-2 on Bradley. Out of play. I should remember Fitzsimmons. He was the pitching coach for the Giants back in 1956.
When you were there?
Yeah.
He was something. You know, there's only 2-0 here in this game, right? The
score hasn't changed.
I thought we were way ahead. I mean,
well, hey, looking at the men left on base by Seattle, the Yankees ought to be way behind.
It's true. One clutch base hit, and they'd have been right there.
But Roden has really hung in, as they say, and he leads 2-0. Count 2-2 now on Bradley. And it's 3-2. Runner will be going.
This could be, look at, he's swinging. That arm is stiffened up.
Yeah.
I really am surprised they let him pitch to this guy.
Well, they've got Clements out there in case he walks Bradley, because the left-hander Alvin Davis is due up next. Runner going on 3-2, and that's ball 4.
Sayonara.
Yep, Pinella's coming out. That's the 5th walk given up by Roden. He's walked quite a few. He's walked 5, hit 1. And as we mentioned, he's thrown quite a few pitches. The Mariners have left 10 men on base coming into this inning, and it'll probably be the left-hander Pat Clemens who will come on and pitch to Alvin Davis. So while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
Well, fans, it all comes down to this moment. This is where it all gets decided. Johnson steps in, checks the side. This is a classic confrontation. He's digging in. Here's the delivery. And there it goes. He's going back. It is going. It is gone.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. And for great Pepsi taste without caffeine, try Pepsi Free, the caffeine-free choice of a new generation.
Hey, Jonesy. What? Something's going on at the Dodge dealer.
Well, talk to me.
Now it's your Dodge dealer. 1.9% financing or up to $750 cash back on selected Dodge cars in stock. 1.9 or 500 back on Daytona. 1.9 or 500 back on Shadow. 1.9 or 750 back on Lancer. 1.9 or 300 back on Charger. And 1.9 or 500 back on Aries.
Hoo-wee, I got an idea.
Great.
You're not going anywhere without me.
What's new? Spooner's frozen treats at Burger King. A vanilla chiller with cookies and cream or strawberry topping. So stir it up. It's cool. Hurry to Burger King now for new Spooner's frozen treats.
Wow.
What's new? New burger bundles. Only at Burger King. For a limited time. New burger bundles. Are these good? Or what? Burger King. The best food for fast times.
Well, there's the left-hander, White. You said Clemens was coming in, and he is. And he's going to face the tough Alvin Davis. Clemens is 1-2 and lost 2 with a 4.67 earned run average. He's been on the Columbus shuttle a couple of times.
A nice article in Times about on Bucky Dent, who's managing down in Columbus. And
I
his
saw that, yeah.
Because of the shuttle, because
Yeah.
he never knows who's going to be there to play.
Yeah, they asked him if he was ready to manage, and he says if he got the opportunity, he would not turn it down, but he's not looking to see Lou. He'd hate to see Lou lose his job.
There's Alvin Davis, who is singled, walked, and bounced out. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Yankees are leading 2-0. Well, that double play off the shoulder of Roden is big here in this inning.
Oh, yes.
1-0. 1-1. A very unorthodox motion by Pat Clemens. You talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah,
Peter.
it really is. It almost takes that hand out of the glove before most pitchers take it out when they go into that stretch and come up with both hands. See, he brings the right hand. Whoa! High score right here.
Well, that Davis is an excellent hitter. Bradley will score behind Brantley, and it's all tied at 2.
Oh, boy. Unbelievable. Yankees get a big break on the double play. And then the percentages go against them instead of for them on this pitch. That pitch was inside, and that Davis did a good job at turning the hips. And
Brantley scored easily, and Bradley also scored. He scored from first base, and we're all tied at 2. And Roden's record now is complete. He went 5 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 7 hits, did not strike out a batter. Walked 5, hit 1, and now here's Ken Phelps with the go-ahead run down at second and 2 outs. And that's the ball. Well, you just can't keep putting men on and getting in, and really, in a sense, lucking out and getting out of the innings. And that's what finally caught up with the Yankees here in the 5th inning. Mariners left the bases loaded in the 5th, left the bases loaded in the 4th, left 2 men on in the 3rd, and here in the 6th, the Mariners have scored twice. One ball, 1 strike on Phelps. He's fouled out, popped up, and he's been hit by a pitch. 2-1. Well, Clement's job was to come on and get the left-handers out. He didn't do that with Davis. Now he's behind in the count, 3 balls and a strike on Phelps. And if he doesn't get Phelps, I'm sure that Lou will go out and bring on the right-hander Tim Stoddard, who's loosening up, to pitch to Presley. And that's ball 4, and there comes Piniella. Presley. So Tim Stoddard coming on, and while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
In a world gone bad, in a world of chaos, in a world of darkness, there was one hope, one light, one man against many.
I will find you.
There was Hercules, the mightiest of all.
Hercules.
For the first time on television, Lou Ferrigno, The Adventures of Hercules.
Wednesday night at 8 on Channel 11 WPIX.
This is WPIX, New York.
Nobody tells us like the Daily News.
The Daily News, this sport's favorite paper.
Nobody knows it like the Daily News.
Bill Pepe and Bill Madden of the Daily News. It doesn't get any better. Dave, that's a beer commercial.
Nobody shows it like the Daily News. Nobody knows it. Nobody shows it. Nobody tells it like the Daily News. Yes, New York's hometown paper.
In the minors, you must have called it all 1,000 times. Then one day, you got the call.
What's this, rookie umpire?
You make America work, this God for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
Compliments of that gentleman.
This God for you.
So Tim Stoddard replaces Pat Clements here in the 6th inning. Clements came on with runners at first and second to pitch to Alvin Davis and gave up a 2-run double to Davis to tie it at 2. Then he walked Phelps. Jim Presley's due up next, and Stoddard on to pitch to the right-handed hitting Jim Phelps. Stoddard is making his 43rd relief appearance for the Yankees. He's won 3 games, lost 2, and he's saved 5. He's sort of quite quietly, Billy Martin, done his job in middle relief.
He's kind of taken over the role, Bill. Everybody else seems to be faltering, and he just jumped in there and done a good job. Usually you kind of think he'd be the short man, but the way things are going now with the Yankees, he's got to be the middleman.
Well, in 67 innings pitched, Stoddard struck out 60, walked 25. He's pitching to Jim Presley, who was doubled, bounced back to the mound and walked. 1 for 2 for Presley. Runners at first and second, 2 outs in the 6th inning. Davis, who does not run well, is down at second base, nor does Ken Phelps, who's on at first. have out-hit the Yankees 8-5. Neither team has made an error. Meacham's home run gave the Yankees a 1-0 lead in the first inning, a leadoff home run. The Yankees picked up their second run in the fifth. No balls, 2 strikes on Presley. Infield hit by Cerrone and a 2-out single by Don Mattingly. Mattingly, by the way, picking up his 79th run batted in of the year. That breaking ball misses. 1-2 on Presley. Called strike 3, looking for the curveball, got the fastball, and Presley struck out for the 133rd time this year. And on the Pepsi scoreboard, the score at the end of 6, the Yankees 2, the Mariners 2.
These days, people talk a lot about truth in labeling. At Budweiser, we started our own truth in labeling program over 100 years ago. And what was true 100 years ago is still true today. Budweiser, the king of beers.
They were a breed unlike any other. Never the biggest, just the toughest. Introducing a new breed of American truck, the mid-size Dodge Dakota. With the heart of a full-size and the spirit of a compact, it's a truck unlike any other. With available V6 power and 8-foot bed, and backed as only Dodge does. For 7 years or 70,000 miles, Dodge Dakota, a lean, new breed of American truck.
When it comes to autofocus cameras, some give you part of the action, but Canon EOS gives you all of the action. When it's so dark that some can't focus, EOS doesn't miss a trick. And Canon EOS has computers and motors in every lens for fast focus. So great shots are easy and so creative, the competition is out of the picture. EOS, more than autofocus, easier than ever. Canon, the official camera of the New York Yankees.
Chaos. I think this is probably the one word that describes Bob. It's not his fault. It's the nature of weather forecasting. He did a year-ender on weather, showing, best clouds of the year. It just didn't have the zing that it needed.
Cherry Gerard, very independent sports, 7:30 and 10 only on Channel 11.
His map has only 47 states, and he has to fake his way through certain areas of the country.
Tied 2-2 in the 7th, and here to carry along the Scooter along with Billy Martin.
All right, Bill, and Pasquez walked and fly to center field. First pitch was a ball, so all of a sudden a 2-2 ball game. And they still have 2 more men on base, Bill. That's 12 men they've left on base through 6 innings. The Mariners, that is.
You know, Phil, that ball that Bonilla messed up at second base, I think that could have been the opening of the gates.
Hey, look at this. This is going to be a double. No.
Hey, he made a fine throw.
Man, he has got a good arm. He threw, remember, he threw Pasquale at third, so he said, I'm not going to let him get me at second.
I think Stump Merrill said, hey, stay here. Come back here.
You got thrown out once with 2 outs. Don't do it again, please, pal. I need the job.
That ball was hit so hard, on this artificial surface, got out there so quickly and bounced off the fence right to Kingery. Look at this.
That's a good play.
Yep.
I don't think you really need a good arm to play outfield on this surface.
No, just quick.
And accurate, that's all.
That's right. All right, here's Rick Cerrone, lined hard to right and had a, as Bill says, an infield outfield hit. Quinones deep and short. Oh, man.
That's a ball.
That's got to be a ball.
Nobody's saying anything, though.
Well, you have to have the right umpire to know what's going on.
How about Ford behind the plate?
Well.
Oh, it's a dandy. Sacrifice is successful. 1-4. The pitch to the second baseman covering.
He really deadened that ball.
Yes, he did. And that's Cerrone's 4th successful sacrifice bunt.
And he ran down the right side of first base, too.
Again, he does that a lot. Yep. Yeah. Willie Randolph and Wayne Tolleson lead the Yankees in sacrifice hits with 5.
That was always my best category.
No, it wasn't.
Sacrifice hits.
Low, ball 1. Two ball game in the top of the 7th.
This is a big game for the Yankees.
Well, I'll say strike 1-1.
I said this whole next series here, the series in Oakland, series in California, those 3 ball clubs have been losing, and when they're down, you got to grind them, and we've got to do some grinding.
You got to get that start. That's the thing they got to get under their belt. After losing a tough one Sunday, bounce back here and win this one, then you might just steamroller over all the West.
It's been done before.
Yep. One good winning streak gets you right back in the ball game.
I can't say hello to Cora because I hear she's here.
Low. 2-1.
Well, they're playing really shallow for Bonilla. Prosper will have a tough time scoring on a base hit on a single.
Also leaves it open out there for an extra base hit, too.
Left center, that's for sure. And he gets one. No, not quite. Nope. Caught by the left fielder, Bill Bradley. He didn't quite get the good wood on it.
He was jammed a little bit, Phil.
Yeah. 2 men out. And now Bobby Meacham, who homered leading off the ball game, popped to second and lined out to right field. Oakland was leading Toronto 1-0 in the 8th, and then George Bell got a 2-run homer.
He was the first American leaguer to have 100 runs batted in this year, although McGuire had gotten off to that great start.
Yeah, he's really...
Bell's got to be the #1 candidate for the MVP now.
I would think so.
He now has 102 runs batted in. Dwight Evans of Boston came in with 93. We don't know how many he got today.
But of course, his ball club's not in the running.
No, it's tough to win it when your club isn't.
2-0 on Meacham. Pasco at second, a 2-2 ball game. Strike 1, 2-1.
Ernie Banks won it twice with a last place club.
That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be something.
Well, he was outstanding. He was really a great player.
You know what Ricky told Kiner? We're going to lose with you.
Or without you.
Or without you. Ralph
so don't ask for any more money, right?
Yeah, Ralph said he wanted some more money.
That's the old Army saying, well, you can be replaced.
Ball 4, and Meacham is on.
I think a very good point has been brought up about McGuire. When you're talking about his home runs and everything.
Yeah.
When he got close to breaking the record, it looked like he was going to break loose record. The press came around and started bothering him, and it bothered his hitting also.
Hey, they've made a mission.
Already made a change.
They want the right-hander Wilkinson to come on.
All right, while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
These days, Johnny Bench's bench is at the 19th hole. While my buddy finishes, I'll show you why you get a championship finish with Krylon spray paint. I'll spray this bench with Krylon, this one with the other leading brand. Krylon goes on smooth. No runs, no drips, no errors. Add the drives to the touch in 12 minutes. 1 hour later, the other brand still went. Yeah, time to go. What'd you shoot? 200. Hey, same as in the majors. Yeah, what are all those flags for? Krylon dries faster for a smooth, professional finish.
You're in Germany? I'm getting married at 5.
Don't worry. I'll be there.
You go all out. Old Spice deodorant introduces all-out protection. Always coming through. When friends are counting on you, you go all out. You go Old Spice. New wide Old Spice Fast Track is clinically proven to block odor better than the leading men's deodorant. That's all-out protection. You go all out. You go Old Spice. Old Spice is all-out protection.
New Chic Plus has a lubricating comfort strip to give you a smooth touch, an easy touch that's more comfortable than ever.
A touch that's easy makes me understand. When it comes to love, I want it slow.
The New Chic Plus for the easy touch.
Looking at Bill Wilkinson, the left-hander called in to replace Dennis Powell. Powell pitched a good ball game, went 6 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 6 hits, walked 3, struck out 3, and after walking Meacham, Dick Williams decided to go get Bill Wilkinson. He'll be pitching to Don Mattingly. Scooter?
All right, and Mattingly, against the left-handed Powell, had doubled and singled and had driven in a run. Also bounced to second, 2 for 3. Normally, left-hand pitchers don't bother Mattingly. Well, there's not too many guys you'd rather see up in a spot like this than Don Mattingly. A 2-2 ball game with 2 outs. Ball 1. Two and nothing.
You know, Phil, what I've noticed lately, when an on-deck hitter doesn't go up to, when they change the pitchers, they doesn't go up there and stand closer and watch the pitcher warm up. We used to do that, and they don't do that anymore. I wonder why.
I don't know. See what the velocity is if his ball is moving. Oh, nope. It's going to be playable. Didn't quite get it. No runs are hit, no errors, 2 men left, and at the end of 6 1/2, it's all tied up. Yankees 2 and the Mariners 2.
I'll have a burger with everything and a large fry.
Something to drink?
Yeah, a Coke. I meant a Pepsi.
If you want great refreshment, just say what you mean.
Make that 2 Pepsis.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation.
Hey, Jonesy. What? Something's going on at the Dodge dealer.
Well, talk to me.
Now it's your Dodge dealer. 1.9% financing or up to $750 cash back on selected Dodge cars in stock. 1.9 or 500 back on Daytona. 1.9 or 500 back on Shadow. 1.9 or 750 back on Lancer. 1.9 or 300 back on Charger. And 1.9 or 500 back on Aries.
Whoo-wee, have I got an idea.
Great.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Excuse me. Sir, what are your specials today? I don't know.
Do your entrees come with salad?
I don't know. Do you have escargot? Escargot? No.
May we see a menu?
Yes. No. I don't know.
If it's out there, it's in here. The 9X Yellow Pages. Why would anyone need another?
The tradition of horsepower. Miss Budweiser and the king of beers. A tradition of horsepower that's making waves. Racing fans, this Bud's for you.
Right now, with the first pitch to Kingery, a little low ball 1. Kingery has popped up 3 times in the ball game, all against Roden, and he does it again. Shallow right field. Winfield is there and makes the play. 1 man out. And right now, let's pause 10 seconds along the Yankee Baseball Network for station identification.
Isn't that a pretty face?
Oh, what a beautiful shot. Nothing wrong with that if I talk about that. Oh, that was something. Did they have that shot on camera? That kid was priceless, I'll tell you. She saw herself on the big screen out there. She said, that's me out there. What a smile.
What a pretty face.
Like a doll. Here's Dave Valley. He bounced to first, singled, and bounced to short. 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1. So Rick Roden went 5 2/3 innings. Dennis Powell went 6 2/3. Neither one will be involved in the decision. Bounced away from Cerrone. 2 balls and a strike. You know, our buddies from Adios Golf Course, Billy Martin, are watching a game tonight.
You know where Adios is now, don't you?
Yeah, you're right. I've been saying Deerfield Beach, and it's in Coconut Creek. I can't believe it. All these years I've been wrong about that. 3-1.
That's a beautiful course. Really.
Oh, man. I was watching a golf tournament today right up here in Portland, Oregon. Swing, oh, man, what a cut. 3-2. Unfortunately, I had to leave before it was over. 2 men on a team. Match play.
Ken Stillson up here.
Yes, he is. Popped up is playable. Let's see if Cerrone see this one. He does, and makes the catch. 2 men out.
I watched that crazy game the other day, Phil, where the minus and pluses.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
You may catch on, but I couldn't get with it.
Ray Quinones.
Capisce Quinones.
He's 2 for 3, flying to right, single to center, and single to left. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th. And another base hit. Got him out once and then 3 singles. Big Frank Howard coaching at first.
The gentle giant. That's nice.
Thanks.
Isn't that nice, Phil? The big guys are so gentle.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing he is.
Little guys like you are mean. It hurt people. And there's Bill White, and I just complacent and easy going.
Here's Harold Reynolds. I tell you, this 10:04, 1:04 actually. My body feel I'm way beyond my bedtime right now. And he pops him up. Boy, it's tough to see that ball. Matter of fact, I don't see it. Bonilla sees it. I never saw that. So they leave another man on base. That's 13 men they've left on in 7 innings, and at the end of 7, it's all tied. The Yankees 2 and the Mariners 2.
What's new? Spooner's frozen treats at Burger King. a vanilla chiller with cookies and cream or strawberry topping. So stir it up. It's cool. Hurry to Burger King now for new Spooner's frozen treats.
Wow!
What's new? New burger bundles. Only at Burger King. For a limited time. New burger bundles. Are these good? Or what? Burger King. The best food for fast times.
Dr. Sandy Harmon.
You've had a headache for 2 weeks. Do you need an eye doctor, a neurologist, a psychiatrist? A headache that won't go away could be your boss, could be a migraine, or a more serious medical problem. We can decide together whether you need to see a specialist and which one. And then I want you to be sure to come back to see me because I really care about you.
U.S. Healthcare's health plans have over 8,000 doctors like Sandy Harmon. No one watches over you like us.
Although Peter Riley confessed to the brutal murder of his mother,
There was no blood whatsoever on his clothing.
the experts agree with his lawyer.
They support my contention that Peter Riley did not have enough time to murder his mother.
But Peter Riley's best defense is the undying support of his neighbors.
Will there be justice for young Peter Riley? That's what these people have fought so long and so hard for.
A Death in Canaan. A true story. Thursday night at 8.
All right, Big Dave Winfield will lead it off. He has not hit the ball out of the infield tonight. He has bounced to first, hopped to first, and walked. Like he's mad kicking that dirt. Nope. Broke the bat, and Quinones throws him out, one away.
In his last two at-bats, he's hit the first pitch, and both have been hit weakly. One is short, and one to first base. And I'm sure he's a little disappointed, but I remember when we used to play out there, and if you waited that long to get your hit, you made it out like that, you kind of got mad at yourself a little bit.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's Kittle. Fly to center, fly to right, and struck out. Yankees got guys can hit him out of here if they strike one.
Manley used to break water coolers when he did things like that.
Oh, boy.
I'd break bats against the wall, and I don't see any furniture going down there. Just one down.
That's too much.
Yeah. Very expensive, huh?
0-2.
Boy, it used to make me mad.
And a slow bouncer to third. And Kittle is retired, 2 away.
I remember we were talking about one time, Bill, about Leo DeRocher's comment about good losers finishing last.
Yep, no, nice guys finish last.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I have an add-on to that I always say. If there's such a thing as a good loser, why do they keep score?
Yeah, that's true.
Let's have it 38-38.
You know, they say you've got to be a good loser, but no, you can't subscribe to that theory.
I don't believe in it.
No, you got to
be a hard loser, then if you lose, come back and battle again tomorrow.
Right. Gary Ward. 2 balls, no strikes. Ward is 0 for 3. Line to second, bounce to short, and fly to right. Oh, he was late on that slap.
Just a little tardy.
Yep. Bill Wilkinson. That's fouled upstairs, out of play.
They have a right-hander in the bullpen also, Phil. I wonder if they're going to make a switch.
I don't know. This kid did some pretty good pitching. He struck him out. Got a lot of strikeouts for innings pitched. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 7 1/2. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners 2.
Like many before, you came here asking for just one thing.
Sadowski. Shiboski.
A chance.
Pronounced Shiboski. You're gonna make it. Here comes you. You make America work, and this time's for you.
Here's to you. Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
This bud's for you.
On the next Benson, is the governor on his way to the White House?
Now, the party feels that with a couple of years in the Foreign Service, followed by a term in the Senate, you'll be ready to be president of America.
And Clayton's ready to be Secretary of State.
I'm the only member of the staff who has any background in foreign affairs. Dating a gypsy doesn't count.
But what really counts...
21-19, Gatling Space.
That's Benson, Wednesday at 6:30 on Channel 11.
The Yankees return home on Thursday, August 27th at 1 to open a 4-game weekend series against the Mariners. All fans 14 and younger at the stadium on August 27th will receive an M&M's Yankee clipboard folder. Then on Saturday, August 29th, the Yankees host the Mariners at 7:30, and all fans will receive a Yankee mug, compliments of Starcom. Up to the Mariners come in. The homestand also features the Oakland Athletics and the California Angels. Get a chance to see Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. And then on Sunday, September 6th, Pepsi presents Umbrella Day. That's a good day. Tickets are on sale at the stadium 7 days a week from 9 to 5 or through Ticketmaster. For more information, call 212-293-6000.
All right. Mickey Bradley leads it off. He is 1 for 4 in the night and pops it up. It might be playable, and it is. If Pags makes the catch, stays with it, 1 man out.
Kind of looked like Hudson was going to help him down there.
Hudson is down there protecting the catcher who is warming up Righetti in the bullpen. And here is Phil Bradley. 0 for 2, bounced to third, fly to right, walked twice, has stolen the base and scored a run. Ball 1. One. Tim Stoddard in relief of Rick Rhoden. No. Clements he relieved. Strike 2. 2 good high fastballs. Clements relieved Rhoden.
Spur, you notice where he stands on the mound? Check it.
Yeah, way over towards first base.
Left-hand pitcher side. Play. Maybe the ball tails a little bit and might throw across his body a little bit, and that's why he goes over there. Pitchers get out in that mound, they do some crazy things.
They do.
I remember one time Casey used to say, go up and talk to the pitcher, Billy. Just say anything. And I guarantee you, nod his head. I said, you know you're pitching stupidly? He said, yeah, Billy, I'll get him out.
Oh, man, he slipped off the mound that time and bounced it up past Cerrone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A lot of stress out there, a lot of emotions.
No. The Yankees are having trouble scoring runs. That's outside. 3 and 2. We mentioned on top of the show, one of the big reasons, of course, Henderson has not been in the lineup for so long, and then Willie Randolph missing tonight. Bouncer to first. Mattingly will take it himself. 2 men out.
I think they got to stay together as a team, work like a team. Forget about the newspapers, forget about the columns. Be a Yankee, go out there and play real hard, and work for their pay. They're getting paid real well, you know, so just go out there and work for it. And hey, if you got that pride in you, go out and do the job.
Get that first win under their belt on this road trip. Win this, that's why I think this is such a big ball game. To get something going instead of losing a tough one and everybody busting up the clubhouse. And ball one to Alvin Davis. He got the big hit in this ball game. He has single, walk, bounce to first, and then hit the double, driving the 2 runs in the 6th. And did that with 2 out.
320, got 71 RBIs.
1-1.
He looked like there for a while he's going to be a real phenom, then kind of slid back and he's bounced back again.
Never forget the first year he had. It was a great year, and he got hit with that bad bounce at Yankee Stadium. Really kept him out of the lineup for quite a while. Foul out of play.
Must be tough when you're on a ball club that keeps losing every year. You know, it's hard to get up for the ball game, hard to go out there and people say, come on, you know, do the job. And sometimes you forget about your batting average and everything else because the desire is not there.
Thank goodness I never had that experience.
Me either. That's why I got to figure it's got to be tough.
It's easy.
Just show up, right? Punch the clock.
White-sided both ways, see? He's been on top and near the bottom. 2-2 with 2 out and a 2-2 ball game, so deuces are wild. Check swing foul. Nobody will be able to get that one.
My first 6 years, 50, 51, 2, 3. I was in the Army in 54, 55, and 6. We're all winners, so I didn't know what a loser was the first 6 years. And then when I was on another one on 57, I got traded to Kansas City. So I'd have had 7 in a row. So it's kind of hard for me to swallow the fact that you're going to lose.
Oh, it is.
Then I learned it real quickly when I went to some ball clubs. They're terrible.
Got him. And for the first time in the ball game, a 1-2-3 inning. So at the end of 8, it's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners 2.
It's Bud for all that you do.
Today a landscaper, tomorrow a college student.
Yep. Finally took your advice, Mike.
You taught him.
Already you're smart.
All you knew. They say he's a lot like you. Yeah, you make America work, and this Bud's for you.
Here's to you, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
To a future architect. And to a brother who made it possible.
This Bud's for you.
Construction began in 1890. As the outside grew into a landmark, the inside filled with art. Egyptian, American, African, contemporary, decorative, costumes, prints. Over 2 million works of such beauty and magic that a few hours here will be remembered a lifetime. The Brooklyn Museum, one of the great art collections of the world.
This public service announcement has been sponsored by Con Edison.
In a world gone bad, in a world of chaos, in a world of darkness, there was one hope, one light, one man against many.
I will find you.
There was Hercules, the mightiest of all. Hercules. For the first time on television, Lou Ferrigno, The Adventures of Hercules.
Wednesday night at 8 on Channel 11 WPIX.
Participating advertisers in New York Yankee baseball are your Dodge dealer. We know what counts. The New York Daily News, New York's hometown paper. Budweiser, Beechwood Age for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. Con Edison, the energy of New York. And the New York Yankees.
All right, here's Pags leading off the top of the ninth, takes a strike. Mike has popped to short and struck out twice. Tough night against the left-hand pitchers. Hey, there's one hit deep to left field. And it's gone. Holy cow, Pagliarulo. After striking out twice and popping up, lines one in the opposite field, a home run. And the Yankees lead 3-2. And fans, you know what happens every time a Yankee hits a home run? Hey, Mike Pagliarulo, this bud's for you. What a clutch home run that was, Mike.
And that's his 26th of the year. And let's watch it again. This will be a fastball. Looks like it'll be away from him. Or was that a slider?
That was a slider.
Slider away. He stayed with it. And Bradley going back to the wall. He wants to leap here. And he decides, well, he leaps anyway. That ball's well over the wall.
And Danny Pasqua trying to check his swing, missed it. Strike one. They got a ball up there. They didn't call that a strike? We'll find out. Low. Yankees lead at 3-2 here in the top of the ninth. Popped it up and it's playable. And the shortstop comes over to make the catch. One man out.
The two left-handers got good rips after Wilkinson, though. Of course, Pagliarulo took the pitch away and hit it into the seats, and Pasqua got a good cut.
All right, so he didn't fool him. He got the right-handers out easily, but not the left-hander. And here's Cerrone. Rick has lined to right, singled and scored a run, and laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt. Ball one.
I think we might get Righetti in the ninth inning, the bottom of this inning, Scooter. They've got Phelps due up, and then Presley and Kingery. Phelps and Kingery left-handed hitters, and Presley the right-hander. As we look at Righetti get loose. 21 saves this year.
Hasn't had too many chances to save lately. Inside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Three and one. Like that home run shook Wilkinson up a little bit. Ball 4. Cerrone's on. First walk given up by Wilkinson. Nobody up in the Mariner bullpen. And Juan Bonilla.
Going to get a pinch runner for Cerrone. Rick will come off. That's what everybody's looking at. And Wayne Tollison will go out and run for Cerrone. And obviously Joel Skinner will catch the bottom of this inning, the ninth.
Okay. So Tollison, who has had a bad shoulder and hasn't been able to swing the bat, he's able to throw all right. Problem swinging the bat. Last time they put Tollison in the pinch run out in Kansas City, was thrown out on at the plate on a double by Roberto Kelly. He gets back. Ball one. No, Valley's going out. And they do get somebody up in the bullpen.
That's Edwin Nunez, the right-hander. As Billy Connors goes out, he'll waste some time here and talk to Wilkinson. Obviously, Nunez got up. He just got up. He hasn't had time to get loose. Wayne Towson will get loose while Nunez throws a bit. Towson running down the right field line. But he's not ready yet unless he's an awfully quick warmer upper. Meanwhile, Ferraro also had a talk with Bonilla. A lot of talking going on.
Well, it's a big ball game for both clubs. They have lost 4 in a row. The Yankees have had a tough time. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. 3-2 Yanks lead. Oh, tricky play. Step back off the rubber and flip. Two and 0. Reno. He walks him. He'll be out of the ball game. Strike one, 3-1. Well, final score, Toronto won 2-1. There's Dick Williams, the skipper of the Mariners. He was very upset with that 4-game loss up in Minnesota. Runner going, a base hit up the middle, and Tolleson will go to third easily. So Bonilla comes through with a base hit. His second of the ball game. First and third. 1 out. And Bobby Meacham will be the batter. Told you Bobby homered to up, and here comes Connors again. That's going to be all. This is his second trip to the mound. So Edwin Nunez will be coming on. There he is, a big right-hander. And while a pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
Nobody tells it like the Daily News.
The Daily News, this sport's favorite paper.
Nobody knows it like the Daily News.
Nobody tells it like Bill Madden in the Daily News.
Nobody. Nobody shows it like the Daily News. Nobody knows it. Nobody shows it. Nobody tells it like the Daily News. Yes. New York's hometown paper.
Well, fans, it all comes down to this moment. This is where it all gets decided. Johnson steps in, checks the side. This is a classic confrontation. He's digging in. Here's the delivery. And there it goes. He's going back. It is going. It is gone.
Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. And for great Pepsi taste without caffeine, try Pepsi Free, the caffeine-free choice of a new generation.
Although Peter Riley confessed to the brutal murder of his mother,
There was no blood whatsoever on his clothing.
the experts agree with his lawyer.
They support my contention that Peter Riley did not have enough time to murder his mother.
But Peter Riley's best defense is the undying support of his neighbors.
Will there be justice for young Peter Riley? That's what these people have fought so long and so hard for.
A Death in Canaan, a true story, Thursday night at 8.
Well, Edwin Nunez will be pitching to Mike Giesler instead of Bobby Meacham here in the 9th inning, Scooter.
All right. And there you see it. At first base is Bonilla. At third base is Tolleson. And Mike Giesler coming on. batting .282 with 6 doubles, a homer, and 9 runs batted in. Nunez has won 3, lost 2 with a 4.08 earned run average. And he's got 11 saves. Foul back, strike one. Lisa's got to get the ball up in the air. If he hits it on the ground and it's not through the infield, he's perfect double play material. Yankees lead 3-2 in the top of the 9th. And a foul. Nice going, White, you Huckleberry. A foul ball. You know, I couldn't see it. The flag was right there. White stuck that big left hand out. Actually, the ball hit me in the elbow, White.
Did it get you?
Yeah, it certainly did. Oh, man. Just missed the outside corner. That was close. Too close to be taken in a spot like this. Got him anyway. Can't be taking pitches in a spot like that with runners on the pond. 2 out, and now Don Mattingly. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Billy Connor's going out again. They're going to discuss what to do with Mattingly. You think they'll walk him, potentially load him up?
I think they should. Unless he's going to go out and give him that. I think it's Dunn saying, don't give him anything good to hit. If you're going to do that, you might as well walk him, because if you make one mistake and get it close, he's going to hit it. Well, let's see what the strategy will be. Mattingly, 2 for 4 on the night, a double, a single, bounce to second, and fly to center. 2 men out. Mattingly hitting .331. Ball 1. Collison at third base. Bonilla over at first. 2 out. Mike Pagliarulo opened the inning with a home run in the left field seats. Ooh, man, what a cut he had at that. Just fouled it back. There it is on the pool table. We got no pockets on that pool. There it is. I tell you. You can't fool around with Mattingly. That's twice they could have walked him and didn't, and both times you hurt them.
That's his 80th run batted in. The Yankees have added another insurance run. They lead now 4-2. Oh, he's quick. Got up on that high fastball.
Yeah, gets on his toes like so he can hit down and not pop it up. Collison scores. Now Winfield, 0 for 3. He's walked once. Popped to first, bounced to first, and bounced to short the other 3 times. Ooh, they had him ducking away, and it broke over, strike 1. Yep. Quarter 2, the Yankees lead. Oh, what a play! Holy cow! Presley took a double away and a couple of RBIs from Winfield, turned it into a defensive play. 2 runs for the Yankees. And at the end of 8 1/2, it's the Yankees 4 and the Mariners 2.
This is Eric Estrada. Fasten your seatbelts as Poncho John right into action on Chips Patrol.
7 Charles, in pursuit of reported stolen vehicle north on Culver.
Let's get with it, huh? We're beginning to look ridiculous. A computer printout?
Yeah, for my home model. It's the only way you can keep track of things.
Well, let's get going, Bonnie. I'll change on the way, okay?
Not in my car, you don't.
If I wasn't a feminist, I'd kiss you.
It's Chips, weekdays at 5 on Channel 11, WPIX.
The next time you're sitting around with some friends, try this. Raise your glass and say, to freedom.
Try it. You may feel slightly self-conscious, but after all, no harm can come, can it?
2 students in Portugal were sentenced to 7 years imprisonment for doing just that. Toasting to freedom.
That incident on May 28, 1961, sparked the creation of Amnesty International.
Since then, we have intervened on behalf of tens of thousands of prisoners of conscience.
But today, in over 50 countries, you can still be put in prison just for saying what you believe.
In over 60 countries, torture is still systematically used.
In over 100 countries, you can still be put to death, even for political offenses not involving violence.
How effective are we? A former official from El Salvador testified.
If there's an appeal from some foreign government or Amnesty International, then they will live. Otherwise, they are dead.
Join us. To freedom.
George loves his wife.
You mean that I'm beautiful?
No. And his mother.
But, Mama, see what I'm saying?
Not to mention his maid.
Why do you think I pay you? Evidently to get rid of your small change.
And everyone loves George.
I am the man in this house, and I don't want to hear no more of this talk. Understand?
You'll love the Jeffersons. Move on up where the fun never stops. Weeknights at 7, only on Channel 11.
Well, some changes for the Yankees in the 9th inning. We have a new catcher, and that's Joel Skinner. We also have a new shortstop. That's Wayne Tollison, and that is Dave Righetti, who will be looking for his 22nd save here. This is a save opportunity for him, Scooters. We'll look at Righetti. He'll be pitching to Ken Phelps, Jim Presley, and Mike Kingery.
All right. For Rags, who's won 6 and lost 3. Bounce one up there, ball 1. That's Joel Skinner behind the plate. Phelps is 0 for 2. Low again, 2-0. He popped the third, popped the second, was hit with a pitch and walk. Strike 1, 2 more. I would think pitching in the Kingdome here would make you feel strong. 3-1.
Yeah, but then you turn around and look at the walls, and the closest to the walls, and you feel weak.
Yeah, that's right, too. But I mean, just the air conditioning and the... Bouncer to second. Mattingly start. He's got to hurry to get back. And does just barely in time. Whoa. Mattingly really has a tendency to go after balls that are out of his jurisdiction. Johnny Mize used to draw a line in the dirt. Did you ever do that?
No.
He would never go over that line.
I did like Mattingly.
Yeah,
I try to go get everything.
Well, I mean, that's great. I think that is great, except for the fact that a play like that could cost you. Here's Presley.
What if he would just go to first base, the ball would, as many first basemen do, go just where he left? Then you'd be upset, right?
Then yes, you would.
I take the aggressive first base, the aggressive player, period.
Absolutely. Oh, no doubt about it. Strike 1 to Presley, who is 1 for 3. Double hit to the box walk and struck out. Bounce to the third, and Pags has got it. 2 men out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Mike Kingery.
It's going to be Gary Matthews. Old Sarge is here.
Old Sarge.
Picked him up from the Chicago Cubs. Last year he hit .259 with the Cubs. He's also been with the Phillies, the Atlanta Braves, and started with the San Francisco Giants way back in 1972.
All right. Matthews batting .345.
He's got a bad knee.
He's got a double and 2 homers. Ball one.
Played in the 1983 World Series with the Phillies against the Baltimore Orioles.
Strike 1-1.
Been in the 1979 All-Star game for the National League right here in Seattle.
Foul.
37 years old.
Twilight of his career. Ooh, he's lucky he got his bat on that ball. Late breaking curveball, and he would have been called out on strikes if he didn't foul it off. Mattingly in the background, 2 out. Nobody on. Yanks leading 4-2. Aye, 2-2. Whoa. He really missed it. That was 3-2. Big Valley due up next. He's tough. Ball 4. Laid off the high fastball. Now the potential tying run coming to the plate. Matthews at first. And they're going to have a pinch runner.
Domingo Ramos, former Yankee farmhand, will go out and run.
When Ramos and Garcia both came to the Yankees in spring training. 2 kids from the Dominican Republic. Garcia blossomed ahead of Ramos. He's had a tough year. He's been out just about all year with Atlanta.
For Atlanta, I believe they're just going to want him to come back next year. That's a bad knee.
All right, here's Valley. Bounce to first single, bounce to short, and foul to the catcher. 2 out. Ball 1. And here comes Mark Connors. Don't know what he can tell him here unless he sees something that Righetti is doing. And Righetti nods his head, so he must have spotted something. Ramos at first, 2 out. Mariners trail 4-2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Tough pitch here. It's got to be a fastball.
Yep.
And this kid is a good fastball hitter.
Woo!
Got it a good spot away from it.
It had to be perfect for him to take it. 2-1.
What scares you? The ball goes out of here.
Any place.
Any place.
That's right.
You hit it well. These indoor arenas.
Woo! Holy cow! I want to tell you, that handcuffed Solison. That was a bullet. Good thing he didn't get that one up in the air. Would have been tie score. First and third. 2 out. Base hit for Valley. And a runner for him.
Yeah, Moses, John Moses, and Moses can steal bases.
Yep. And you can get a big jump on Righetti.
You might not want to run him. You've got to be very careful with 2 outs. You don't want a guy thrown out of second base and you lose the game.
I think Williams has got to gamble a little bit, though, Bill.
Think so?
Well, they've lost 4 in a row, and
yeah, but if he gets thrown out of second base, if he trips, whatever.
I see what you mean.
That's a big gamble.
Yeah. All right, Quinones is 3 for 4. Low, ball 1.
I think what he wants is somebody like Moses at first base who can score on an extra base hit.
All right. Strike 1 and 1. Soft toss to first base. Whoa, what a cut he had at that fast. He gets fastball, got it, and really had a rip. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Yanks lead 4-2, bottom of the 9th. Here's that pitch. Turned his head. He was not following the ball right to the bat. He missed with the slider. 2-2. Base hit to right field. Glad he didn't steal second. Unbelievable. He got the slider up high, and Quinones 4 for 5. That ball was laying right out there for him. Scoring easily was Ramos. Moses at second. Quinones at first, and Harold Reynolds the batter. He singled, walked, lined into a double play, and popped to second. 4-3. With 2 out in the bottom of the 9th. Righetti hasn't had a strikeout in quite a while. He used to come in, strike 2 or 3 out in an inning. Ball 1. Outfield straightaway, as you can see. Runners at first and second. And a little looper, but Bonilla is there and makes the catch. Holy cow. 1 run they pick up. And the final score, the Yankees 4 and the Mariners 3.
Well, the Yankees held on. Dave Righetti coming on and picking up his 22nd save to win a ball game for Tim Stoddard. Stoddard wins his 4th. He's now 4-2. Bill Wilkinson, the left-handed reliever for the Mariners, a loser. The Yankees got off on a good foot here with Bobby Meacham hitting his 3rd home run of the year, leading off. Then they picked up another run to take a 2-0 lead after 4.5 innings of play. Mattingly driving in his 79th run of the year. Driving in Rick Cerrone, who'd gotten an infield hit. And the Mariners came back and tied it in the bottom half of the 6th inning. A two-run double by Alvin Davis, but the Yankees wanted in late innings in the 9th inning to pick up 2 runs. So the final score once again, the Yankees 4, Mariners 3. And that's it from the Kingdome.